You need to know. Up first.
All right, no major changes to the injury report yesterday, Brock. Charles Cross, Eric Saubert, Amari Kite, they all sat out. But again, I'm not all that concerned about Cross or Saubert. They were both in the game, and I would think would be fine by next weekend. Ernest Jones also moved up to being a partial participant, so hopefully that's good news in terms of how he's feeling with the chest injury. On the other side, Drake May remains a partial participant, but he says everything's fine. I don't know. Listen to his voice. Maybe he just has a weird cadence.
No, I don't think so. I think that's why you spend time. That's why you have trainers, and I think it's just been one of those things where it's a long season, and sometimes things show up, and do whatever I can to feel 100%, and I'm sure I'll get if not there as close as you can 99 or do whatever I can to make sure I'm throwing, and like I said, do whatever I can to help the team win.
Did you throw today?
Did I throw today? Yeah, I mean we went through normal practice, so. Did some reps and did some things where I'm looking forward to trying to get some more reps here and there and feel it out.
Did that sound real to you? Did that sound like maybe?
Yeah, he's got, it sounded like a young Phillip Rivers, one of Phillip's 11 kids.
But just
I mean,
sort of the way.
what's
sounds
crazy?
like
He's only 7 years older than Titus.
Wow.
I mean, isn't that wild?
I mean,
He is 37 years younger than me. Is that right? No, 27 years younger than me. 27. He's almost 27 years younger than me. He's 7 years older than Titus.
Yeah.
What world am I living in?
yeah, one where
But
you're
close
getting
your
old.
eyes. That sounded a lot like Phillip Rivers, and it should, because he's a Southern Carolina boy. You remember his brother? You didn't watch much college basketball the last decade. His brother was a good hooper at Carolina. He's the youngest of 4 boys. Nah, I think that's just the way he talks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Salk. That's just his Southern cadence.
Luke May hit that game-winning
Yeah.
shot in the Final Four.
Yep. Salk don't remember that.
Final Four. What
Yeah,
now?
Final
The
Four.
last Final
still have
Four.
that?
They went up
Hey.
against De'Aaron Fox and
Yeah. Lyle,
Malik
Lyle,
Monk for
Lyle,
Kentucky.
the last Final Four Salk watched was Allah Abdul Nabi from Duke. Let's be very clear.
No, that's not true.
Pretty close.
No, stop it. It's probably more like Shane Battier from Duke. Shane Battier, Mike Dunleavy.
I will say, I think the most that Salk has ever fangirled on this show was for Mark Few.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
absolutely.
True, Maura.
And that came later, some of that stuff. Yeah, Brock, how dare you? How dare you impugn my basketball knowledge? John Schneider was on yesterday with Wyman and Bob, and he knows a little bit about what it takes to, deal with these couple of weeks leading up to the Super Bowl.
The thing I'll say is that the guys everybody did such a great job, Chuck and his staff, and then, Billy Nays and Sarah and Jeremy Young, just like, okay, getting everything all set before the weekend, and then, okay, if we win this game, bam, like here go the emails, and this is what it's going to look like, and then all the Zoom calls on Monday, and getting everything all set so that all the family distractions. It's real,
Yeah.
The outside noise and the distractions can be put aside so that we're getting a lot of great work done this week, and then you get on that plane, you go down there, we have this stuff on Monday, and then they can focus on the game the rest of the week.
Remember, they got to get them servers down there, so
Right, all the
a lot of
servers,
work.
sure.
Get them servers down there.
Got Trajan Langdon, Brock, from Alaska. Going to play at Duke. Playing with my guy, Nate James, number 14.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember him. Yeah.
Dude, that guy was like the glue guy on that team. Corey Maggette. I mean, like,
I'm
dude,
sorry.
don't
I
start
started-
going
I
after
started-
me.
I
You
started
watched
this.
those guys, but you didn't watch Zion?
No. That was
College
after.
Zion Williamson was insane.
Yeah, it was after it got bad. Not interested. The Seahawks will wear all navy. Patriots will go white on white.
Here's the second thing you need to know.
All right, well, it sounds like finally this weekend we'll get some clarity on Clint Kubiak's future, Brock. He interviews with the Raiders and Cardinals tomorrow. There's no way he goes to Arizona, right? I mean, like, you're going to look at that and be like, why in the world would I want to go to a team that is financially committed to the wrong quarterback? It just seems like a terrible idea. Certainly not when the other side of it is going to Las Vegas, not too far away, and having the first overall pick and Fernando Mendoza plus Tom Brady and the ownership. Like, this seems like a no-brainer.
Yep, I would agree. And, this is part of the process. And we saw Ben Johnson. I know that I think Hawk Blogger has made that point, that Ben Johnson in the previous cycle went through multiple interviews, had second interviews, and kind of looked at it and went, this is not the best. This is not the best fit. I know there's only 32 of these.
First
You never
overall
know.
pick.
Well, that'd be different if it was Caleb Williams. That'd be different if it was Andrew Luck. That'd be different.
You
if
don't
it
think this
was-
kid's at that level?
No. Fernando's a good player, and an even better story. But he's not He's not of that ilk. No.
All right.
And you've got a transient fan base. You've got, Tom's in the ownership group, but you still have got decades. They used to put on their binder when you did a Raiders game. It was like decades of dominance, or the team of the decades through the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. They've just this century been just a decade of dysfunction. So
that Raider
I don't
brand,
know.
It doesn't mean what it used to.
Here's the third thing you need to know.
All right, Mariners announced their
Don't you tell me to shut up.
Grown man. Mariners announced their new streaming cable plan for the season. It sounds complicated, but really it's not. So if you choose to stream Mariner games, which you may have been doing last year, you can do that directly on mariners.tv as long as you're in Washington, Idaho, Oregon, Alaska, Montana, Hawaii. You sign up at mariners.tv starting February 10th, $19.99 a month, $99.99 for the season. Pretty simple. If you're out of market, it's the same process it's always been with MLB TV. Now, where it is a little different, but it won't really be that different, is if you tend to watch through cable, satellite, or streaming bundle like Fubo or something like that. Mm-hmm. The channel's not set yet, but you're just going to watch on your same platform just like you did last year. It's just that it's going to be like the Red Zone channel where it kind of pops up, right? Like it's always there, but it's dark, and then a half hour before the game starts, it goes live, and a half hour after the game ends, it goes dark again. So it really should not change much. It won't be called Root. It'll be called Mariners TV, but that's about it. That's the only change.
Do I understand, looking and reading all the other materials that have come out this last week as well, save for Jen Mueller, just about everything else is the exact same?
Everything else should be the same.
Ryan Rowland-Smith and
Angie and Buhner and all that stuff.
Dave Alley and Buhner.
All that stuff looks to
Brad
be
Adam,
pretty much the same. Yeah.
Right.
Another night, another 5 goals for your Kraken, Brock. Finish up the homestand by beating the Leafs 5-2. Matty Beniers got him on the board. Your guy, Shane Wright, with 2.
Larson leaves it for Schwartz at the line. Schwartz kicks it. Delars rebounds. Go! Shane Wright, 2-1. Kraken.
Yeah, that was his first of 2. Jared McCann, Brandon Montour with the other 2. 7 more hits, Brock, for my guy, Jacob Melanson. You want some numbers? You want numbers?
I want numbers.
All right. He's played 19 games for the Kraken. During that time, he is averaging 5.1 hits per game. That would be 3rd in the league behind 2 guys who've played a total of 5 games between them. So in his 19 games, he's leading the league in hits. During those 19 games, they are 12-5-2. They lost the first 3 games where he was up. Since then, they're 12-2-2. Without him in the lineup, they are 13-14-7.
It sounds like a fire starter to me, Saul. I mean,
just saying.
Yeah, is this guy just a modern, more mellowed out Hanson brother?
No, maybe a little. Yeah, there's something to that. He just runs around and hits people, but there's others who do that. I mean, I like him, and he's not a bad player to go with it.
Hey, Saul, guess what?
More Melanson, please.
The whole audience knows you like him.
I'm in love. I'm totally in love.
Did any doctors weigh in on the text toy with the question I opened the show?
It all just said, yeah, because it's an infection. But they didn't give, like, the color
But
code.
why? Why is it green?
Oxygen.
No, the 570 said, Brock, your immune system is sending large numbers of white blood cells to fight an infection, which then die and release an iron-containing enzyme that turns the mucus green.
Oh.
There you go.
How great is that?
So nice.
Thank you.
You know who probably knew that off the top of his head? Our next guest, Mike Tirico. Truly one of the most knowledgeable human beings on the planet. And he's got the call of the Seahawks game next Sunday night. He will join us next on Brock and Salk.
Wyman and Bob, every afternoon at 2.
It's awesome to see. I can tell you, just being down there, every one of them singing the same tune about the team. And I love these guys. I'm so happy to be here with these guys.
They've built a culture that they care about each other. And so, that obviously sounds very corny, but it works. You know, maybe people will stop texting into our show, Bob, saying it doesn't matter if he's a nice guy or not. Yes, it does, because it's the ultimate team game.
Only on Seattle Sports.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident Book Series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Did you know in Washington State, you can see a physical therapist without a referral from your doctor? That's right. Thanks to Direct Access, you can skip the wait and get the care you need right away. Shannon O'Kelly, how has Direct Access changed the game?
Direct Access for us, Brock, is a game changer. Why? Is because there is so much research and data out there that says if you get in early when you have a musculoskeletal problem or an injury, the earlier you get in and we can start care, the better outcomes and the decreased downstream cost, okay? So it's so important. Our providers are all doctors of physical therapy. They're all trained to identify situations and problems. They've got the skill, they've got the talent, they've got the knowledge. If you get in and start therapy early, we're going to get you back to activity, pain-free, and moving and having fun.
Fast, easy, effective. Direct Access is your path to better movement, starting with a single step. Visit irgpt.com to schedule your appointment today. irgpt.com.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Washington, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation, so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Styles change. 12s grow. But Seahawks love? That's forever. From the young fans in their fresh new jerseys to the lifelong 12s in their throwback jackets. At the Pro Shop, we've got gear for 12s of every age and every walk of life. This is the Pro Shop. Shop official Seahawks gear in-store at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton, or online at Seahawks.com/Pro Shop.
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Join us at Dick's Sporting Goods at Tacoma Mall this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a Nike football event with a live DJ, fun photo ops, and more. Come check out the latest Seahawks gear at Dick's Sporting Goods this weekend and have the chance to meet former Seattle defensive end Cliff Averill on Saturday from 11:15 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. Wristbands will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis beginning 1 hour before the appearance. See store for details.
Luxury has arrived. It's Mike Salk here, and the all-new Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel is now open, featuring a destination spa, the expanded non-smoking space, and breathtaking views of the Cascades. You can catch every game at Hawks Peak, over 66 televisions, plus that 2,000-seat entertainment venue and exciting new dining options. Effortless style, the utmost in relaxation. You can book now at snocasino.com. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
This year's tax changes. Better not get caught snoozing. Miss one deduction, lose thousands. Not amusing.
Big tax changes can mean bigger refunds at Jackson Hewitt. And right now, get $100 just to try us.
Don't worry, tax filers. If money is tight, get $100 from Jackson Hewitt, so you'll sleep better at night.
Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Brock and Salk.
Weekdays 6 to 10.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Oh, this is great, Brock. You know what's cool about going to the Super Bowl? You get to talk to people like Mike Tirico, who joins us right now. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Happy Super Friday week before, guys.
Yes. Yeah, it's Erev week of Super Bowl, I guess we would call it.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome.
And you're
good to be on with you.
I got to imagine that there are very few things in the world that would keep you from being in Milan on the 6th of February. And the Super Bowl has to be like the only one, right?
Exactly. Calling my first Super Bowl is definitely the one trump card that is out there when it comes to being at the Olympics. I'll miss the opening ceremony the first couple of nights, and I'll be back there Tuesday afternoon after the Super Bowl. I'll be there for the last 13 days and nights of the Olympics.
This is your first. I didn't even realize. I guess it feels like you've been doing
your homework, Salk. This is his first.
But in my mind, he'd been doing Sunday Night Football longer than that. This is your first. Oh my gosh!
Years.
Congrats.
Yeah, well, thanks. Yeah, 4 years. Last time we had it was Super Bowl 56, and Al and Chris did that game, and I hosted the pregame. There's been way too much attention in our little space of media on me. I'm kind of getting embarrassed talking about it, but it is a privilege. Only 12 other people have called the prior 59 Super Bowls. So to join that really elite fraternity is amazing. And I said this before, I'm going to go back to calling semi-pro football when I was a student at Syracuse. The GP Express were a semi-pro football team. And when we do that, to do in playoff games, your dream is to call a Super Bowl someday. And to have that opportunity in 9 days is still pinch myself. I still don't believe it's real. Maybe when I get on the air 6:20 Eastern time, 3:20 Pacific time next Sunday, maybe I'll realize then that it's real.
Mike, if I remember right, that GP Express team had a good little running back, didn't they?
They had a heck of a wide receiver who got a tryout. Yeah. He got like a tryout in the very, very, very early part of the spring, and we thought that was the biggest deal ever. He got an NFL tryout, didn't do a damn thing with it, but
I've heard stories,
though.
I've heard stories about you at Syracuse that you were preparing for this moment then. That you were all the time. That is what you did.
Who is this? Kevin Martinez?
I'm not naming names. I definitely don't know any of your classmates at Syracuse named Kevin Martinez. But I've just been told that you've been preparing for this moment forever.
No, that is not true. I have not been preparing for this 7:34 Seattle radio hit on the Friday before the Super Bowl from when I was 19 years old. So that is a false statement. I demand a retraction immediately, Salk. You know what? I got very lucky, and I tell people not in the sports industry who are young, but just in life as you're 18, 19, going to college. A lot of folks don't know what they want to do. I knew what I wanted to do since I was a little kid, and I do get to live that dream every day. So I'm 59, and I wake up, and I'm really excited that tomorrow I get to go put the Lakers and Knicks stats into my chart to get ready for the Sunday NBA Lakers-Knicks game at Madison Square Garden. That's just the way I've always been. This is what I've always wanted to do. And that's why I, in many ways just feel overwhelmed by the opportunity to do stuff on the biggest stage like the Olympics and the Super Bowl, let alone get to do them both in the same night, which is going to be cool on next Sunday.
So when you and Chris and crew were in D.C., right, calling the Commanders-Seahawks game, which, I was asked earlier in the week, Mike, like, when did I know with this team? When did I know they were capable of being a Super Bowl team? I'm curious if you were to go back to that Sunday dominant effort, did you and Chris and crew at some point turn to each other and say, we may see these guys in Santa Clara if they keep ascending?
All right, I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm going to brag on my guy Collinsworth. We're getting ready for the game. So during the week, and Brock did this the many years he was crushing it on Fox and other places doing games. You prepare during the week. You look at tape. Sometimes you share clips with your teammates, your producer, your play-by-play guy, and when you're in the role that Brock was in or Chris is in now, and you just start to get the conversation going for the week. And we sit down for our meetings on Friday and Saturday with our group. And Chris is like, let me tell you guys, this team's really good. I'm telling you, this Seattle team's really good. And we walked out of there believing. So I'm going to fast forward like 3 more weeks, and we're in L.A. I forget if we're doing Chargers or Rams. We're in L.A., and we're sitting around going, guys, okay, this is such a crazy season. Who's going to be in our Super Bowl, right? You look forward to this game for your 4 years, so you want to get a great game. Like, who's going to be? And Chris goes, I tell you, I'm taking Seattle. I forget who we took in the AFC, but he said, I'm going to take Seattle. So Chris has been on the Seahawks for a couple of months. He certainly put it on my radar and paid more attention. And then there were so many belief points along the way. So did I? Not necessarily. Did my partner? Absolutely.
Who are you looking forward to talking to on this roster or in this organization before the game?
Snyder. I'll start with that. Like, people in Seattle, I hope and I think are appreciative of the build and what John's done. But let's just pull the curtain back for a half second. This is two builds. This is 2 builds with 2 coaches over a long time where the game has changed significantly. One with a rookie quarterback, one with a veteran quarterback. I mean, you can't sit there and stack them and say, oh, he followed this exact blueprint and it worked. There are a lot of common threads. But that's really awesome in this day and age of the NFL. Sam, because I've always liked being around Sam and felt like he didn't have the right trappings around him. And I enjoyed visiting with him last year when we had the Vikings before their last regular season game against Detroit. Those are a couple right off the top. And I'll tell you my fun story, being around Michigan football and then the Baltimore Ravens for a little bit, seeing what Mike McDonald was all about and getting really excited on how well-liked he was and well-respected. We're sitting at the owners' meetings, the NFL annual meetings, right after Mike had been named head coach. He's got the job for, I guess, 2 months at that point. And it's at the same hotel. So you walk in the hotel, and like everybody's kind of clustered together. And every head coach has a little group around them, right? And Mike's he's talking to some folks, but he's standing there. And Mike doesn't have this big group of people because Mike was at that time, Mike blends in, right? He's not 6'7". He's not that Rabel imposing figure. You haven't seen Mike on TV 1,000 times. I just love that dude. I just am so happy that he is the orchestrator of this success. I'm really excited to get to talk to him a couple of days before his big moment in the sun. It's really some neat stories.
It's interesting. All those guys you mentioned, I would throw Leonard Williams on there as well, who's one of the big leaders, are all kind of regular guys. I mean, John Schneider is a normal dude. Mike McDonald is quirky, but certainly a pretty, as you said, doesn't stand out. He's not 6'7". He's a normal dude. Leonard Williams does not look like a normal dude because most of us aren't, 6'5", 305 pounds. But talk to him, and he's a pretty normal dude. And if there's one big difference between the last Seahawks team and this one, the last big Seahawks team and this one, it's that these guys just kind of seem like normal dudes.
So you're right, and I'll take that to this level. And this is not a knock on the game at all. This is an appreciation for what I tend to gravitate more, and that's the team as opposed to the talent and the individual star. If you're doing this show in Dallas or you're doing this show in Chicago, and I say to you, name the 5 most famous Seahawks and Patriots who we're going to see in the Super Bowl, you got a hell of a time coming up with that list. You know Darnold because Jets, story, the high draft pick. You know Drake May now because of, he's been around a little bit in terms of TV games, and there's a great story that he's married to his middle school sweetheart, and he's in Boston replacing Brady and all that. But this is not an organization or a team on either side that is teaming with guys who are in commercials or larger than life. Probably Mike Vrabel might be the highest Q rating of anybody in the game. So it's a really unique set of teams to get to the championship in this day and age of the NFL. And the NFL's more covered, more viewed, more everything than ever before. We've got 2 teams that honestly we're going to be doing some introducing to the rest of America who are not the hardcore football fans that make up the 110, 20 million that watch the game, which is kind of fun. I think it's awesome. I love it. And that's not a knock on anybody. Don't take it the wrong way. It's just the reality. These teams they're both 60-1 shots to get to the Super Bowl. So they don't exactly have the guys who are getting endorsements for commercials for State Farm with Jake.
So it's just the five of us, Mike. Just the five of us. You and me, Mike.
Okay. Yep.
Maura and Lyle. Just the five of us.
Yeah. Hi, Maura. Hi, Lyle. I talked to Maura. Hi, Lyle.
Yeah. If we're just sitting with you last Sunday, and I don't know where you were. Maybe you were busy calling games, prepping for Milan.
Nope.
All the gazillion things you do. But if we were sitting with you and you were watching these games last Sunday, trying to figure out, all right, okay, who do we got? My first Super Bowl. Who do we got? Mike McDonald was hilarious, by the way, with us when he was talking about watching the wild card round, and he's like, I get so tired. I don't know who I'm rooting for, not rooting for. It was maddening.
Right.
So did you have any rooting interest as you were sitting there last Sunday trying to figure out what in the world this would look like?
So I'll tell you exactly what I did. I shut it down. I was in my house by myself, watched all 7.5 hours of the game around nobody, just taking notes and just soaking it all up. The only difference for me, truly, was that we just had the Rams. And we had the Patriots in this playoff run. We just had the Rams. And the Rams would have made my life a day and a half easier.
Yes.
Other than that, I didn't care. And I had said out loud earlier in the week, New England, LA, Boston, LA is cool because of just the history of both sides of the country. But Seattle, in so many ways, has a larger profile nationally because of the 12s and the legacy of the franchise and all that stuff. That Seattle has a national brand. The Seahawks do. I know that goes counter to what I said about the individual stars, but the team, you're like, oh man, Seahawks. Yeah, teams are always really good. God, their fans are great. What a hell of a place to watch a football game. I'd love to go there someday. There's just a buzz to the organization that is legit. So as I'm sitting back watching, you know what? Either one of these, once New England won, either one of these is really a sexy matchup because of the Boston-LA thing or Super Bowl 49, and we're back through that. As a matter of fact, that game was on NFL Network last night and totally made me unproductive for 2.5 hours. I'm like sitting there watching that game. I go, I don't need to watch snap by snap of this game, but like that's the movie that you know the ending and you want to see everything that happened leading up to it. And you're still sitting there at the end and you go, damn, did that happen? So amongst the five of us, I honestly, all matchups would have been good. This one works out really well, really comfortable.
How many human beings are left from that game? The Kraft family, right? I'm just kind of curious how many John Schneider. I mean, how many legitimate human beings are in that building that day?
Collinsworth, Collinsworth, Josh McDaniels.
True.
Oh, crazy!
Yeah, Josh. Yeah,
so
it's crazy. This is Josh's 10th Super Bowl. 10th Super Bowl out of 60. Wow. I mean, it's not like the Patriots. The Patriots. This is number 12 out of 60. Which is pretty remarkable considering it had been, they did not participate in the first 2 decades of this deal, right? Wow. They made Super Bowl 20 and lose to the Bears famously, but that's 12 out of 41. That's off the charts. You want to talk about spoiled fan base? That is a spoiled fan base. And the great thing is you run into New Englanders, and I've got a bunch of friends. Obviously, our Syracuse connection, so many Northeast guys, Salk, Northeast folks are like, you run into New Englanders, and they say, God, man, it was such a long wait to get back here. Like, long wait. Wow. Can I get you on the line with a Browns fan?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
A Jets fan?
I wonder what
a Lions fan.
I wonder what the Sullivan family is saying after all of that. They were the ones responsible for those first 2 decades and a lot of disaster in there. That's for sure.
Exactly right.
Hey, so how will you handle it? We here in Seattle are sort of hoping we don't have to relive Russell and Pete's worst moment and most of our worst moments over and over again. How will you and the thank you. Good. That's what I was wondering.
Just get it out.
Just tell us what time we should expect it.
You will in the pregame, no doubt. You will in the pregame. And, you're derelict in your duty as a play-by-play guy to not mention if the situation or the moment comes up, the famous ending of the game, which it's so funny how that is remembered because of that moment. When you go back and watch the game, the entire game was played under the massive weighty cloud of Deflategate. It was raw and fresh, and people were angry. And until you go back and look at the stories, and then even in the broadcast, Chris and Al come back to it a couple of times in the game. And usually the Super Bowl is only about what's right under your nose. There's no time for storylines or big picture stuff. You're right there. So other than a tangential mention here or there, it's not like we're going to, go back now. If the Seahawks get down to the 1 yard line with less than a minute left, and the opposing coach inexplicably doesn't call timeout. Inexplicably. I'm honestly, I'm sorry, guys. Last night, I'm watching this.
It's crazy.
And I'm going, this is coaching malpractice. The greatest coaching. Did he not call timeout? Yep. And then, it is beyond belief. I still can't believe it. I knew it was coming. I watched it again last night, and I go, that's stupid. But that's the joy of this whole endeavor. So it's not, unless that situation is right under our nose, we're not going very far to go find it. You'll certainly probably see imagery of it, at some point, but it's not a big storyline. Once this game starts, this is about creating the historical record and log for what happens in Super Bowl 60.
So Malcolm Butler's not going to be like the third guy in the booth or something.
No. He is the sideline reporter. We have Malcolm. Malcolm is covering the Seahawks offense is Malcolm Butler.
Hey, last thing for me, Mike, and thank you. I know you have been so freaking busy with the media junket and getting ready for the Olympics and all of this work. Just last thing for me, and I know we're 9 days out, but you've started talking with the crew and you've done all the media hits and everything else. Is your just kind of instinct and gut and eyes see, what we're going to see in 9 days? Just kind of set the table for me from a football perspective of what you think this game could take shape with.
It's always intimidating when a guy who knows 30 times more football than you asks you a football question. You're like, what the hell? Why don't you just tell him yourself? Look, I always come back to, okay, when they have the ball, what are you thinking about?
Yeah.
So when Seattle has the ball, Kenneth Walker allowed this team to be dynamic down the field, and the dynamic ability of JSN and Shaheed and the tight ends allow light boxes to let Seattle run. And Walker is so good. It gets more like cool yards than any guy I can think of top of mind, right? In a different way. Like it's a little speed, it's a little power, it's a little bit of both. It's like press which button as needed. So New England's defense has been really good. And again, with other than their corners, guys who don't stand out, although, when you know football, you know that their interior defenders are really good. So how does New England neutralize and get Seattle to being one-handed? They can't run, they have to throw. They can't throw, they have to run, right? That's how you can stop. So that's the one thing I'm looking for. Flip it. Seattle's defense has an aggression to it that is just next level. Can the Patriots match that? And can New England put together some good offense? Because candidly, they have it in the playoffs. The Chargers game was a fight. It was a Jim Harbaugh typical fist fight game. Houston was bad weather and sloppy, and you saw the Denver game. The Denver game was ugly offense, right? Their offense hasn't had a game where they've been sharp or crisp in 3 games, which leads more emphasis back on the New England defense has to keep Seattle in control. Seattle is a worthy, deserving, and educated favorite. I don't think that line is goosed in any way by who might be wagering on one side or the other. The Seattle Seahawks, if they can play their game, they should put a second banner up. You feel that way going in, but that doesn't mean that that's going to happen. I see. Do you see scenarios where the Patriots can win this game? Yes, it's getting Sam to make a mistake or two, force a turnover here or there, make them play a certain way and take that away. The corners have a really good game. Davis and Gonzalez are good, and they keep the Seattle receivers at bay and then allow an extra person to handle Walker. Those are the things that just top of mind stick out 9 days away. But I haven't thought about the game much at all yet.
No, obviously. Just way in the distance.
You got a door jam to fix or something. Last time you were on with us,
Strike
right?
plate. He's out buying strike
I know.
plates.
Actually, you know what? Honestly, the hot water heater has been acting up all week, and it's really just been annoying as hell.
Mike, when you're preparing.
I'm watching Rashid Shaheed return to New Orleans just to prep for that, and I got to go downstairs and talk to the boiler guy. I'm like, come on, man, I got Shaheed New Orleans here.
Hey, real quick, when you're getting ready, as those final few moments before you call your first Super Bowl, is there one person that you will be thinking about who helped you get there, who believed in you when you were younger, a family member, a teacher, somebody that you'll be thinking about, like, yeah, really appreciate what they did for me?
Have I ever told you how much I hate you? Don't make me cry.
Oh, no. So
Don't
sorry.
get me emotional.
You're not the
Don't
first
get me
guest to
emotional.
hate me. I mean, Richard Sherman hates me and plenty of others.
Oh, thank God I'm in good company. My mom. My mom raised me as a single mom and sacrificed so much of her life for me to have a chance to be first-generation college kid and live my dream, go to Syracuse, do all that stuff. So I will talk to her before the game, so I get the emotion out of it. But, yeah, my mom is the one who, without like 1,000 people, you guys don't get on the air doing what you're doing. Brock's career wasn't what it was. Same with me. There are thousands of people. If there's one person, yeah, it's my mom. And I better go call her now so she doesn't get mad at me that I didn't call her this morning.
Thank you,
So
Mike.
thanks, Salk.
No, we really appreciate it. Thanks for being on with us.
Thanks, Salk.
You may hate me, but I really do love you. I think you're great. So thank you. We appreciate you coming by.
No, you know, I love you, but I hate you. That's you, Salk.
Okay. No, I
seriously.
think the audience feels the same way.
Maura, cut that, please. Maura, cut that.
I always appreciate how great you guys are. Have an awesome week. You guys both going?
Yeah.
We'll be there during the week. Yes, we'll be down
Awesome.
there. Awesome.
Have an awesome time. Hopefully we'll cross paths.
All right,
Thanks,
you
boys.
too. There you go. There's Mike Tirico. He's calling his first Super Bowl for NBC, and now he hates me, Brock. I can't believe it.
So good, Maura. There's a couple great drops we need to certainly cut. I hate you, Salk.
Oh.
You know, you're the kind of guy you love to hate.
Oh.
I need both of those.
It's just terrible.
You know what struck me?
He's the
and every
best, though,
time
isn't he?
you talk to somebody that's really bright like Mike, and they just, kind of peel it back in different ways, new angles. You know what struck me, Salk? Is K9 is Julio. When you listen to all the sound that Maura has gathered this week from all of the national folks, and there is an appreciation for K9 nationally that sometimes, and I think locally, he doesn't have. Julio has a national brand and a national perspective and the national numbers, and oh my gosh, he's, one of the great stars. And locally, we're like, yeah, but he strikes out a lot. Yeah, he's just super jumpy. Yeah, He's not been good in big moments of time. You know what I'm saying? Just from a national eye, looks at the pure elite talent of Julio running down things and the size and the strength and the power and the grace. And I think the national eye looks at K9 and sees these plays, whether it's bursting around the corner of the pylon, whether it's juking the jock off of that guy in the A gap, whether it's catching the ball, and he's built like a brick house. I mean, have you seen Ken Walker? I think that there is an appreciation nationally, and I bet you that comes out Super Bowl Sunday.
509 saying, hey, this is used a lot, but Tirico really is the best in the business. Thank you for having him on. Yeah, again, another huge thanks to Brock. It is nice to have a guy with some connections as your co-host between Tom Brady and Mike Tirico and everybody else that we've talked to this week. And a whole lot more planned for next week. This stuff's really fun when your team is on the way to the Super Bowl. Mike said that it's better to just ask Brock questions. I'll do that next. 3 good football questions for Brock, a late version of Blue 88. Coming up on Brock and Salk.
Seahawks general manager John Schneider.
The NFL Executive of the Year. You bring in NFL royalty.
Office reeks of rich mahogany. Many leather-bound books.
Exclusively with Wyman and Bob on Seattle Sports.
I think it's the ultimate organizational award because of everything that goes into all the decisions that we're making, throughout the acquisition process every single year, and that's the guts of the organization that help us.
Watch the full interview on the Seattle Sports YouTube channel.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This is Nancy Penrose, owner of Big Trees in Snohomish. For over 30 years, Big Trees has been helping homeowners and businesses move trees with advanced equipment and a professional and proven transplant process. Need a tree moved on your property or off-site? Trust the experts at Big Trees. Learn more about our transplanting process at bigtreesupply.com.
30 years ago, Davis Law Group was founded to be the best law firm for our clients and our community. Our core values are to win, help, and serve. It means our success is defined by the difference we make in our clients' lives and the impact we can have in our community. Not by giant settlement checks or shiny offices. Our mission to lift up the vulnerable extends beyond the courtroom to our charity partners, promoting safety, uplifting students, accident victims, foster youth, and the elderly. If you've been injured and want better results for your claim and for all of Washington, call Davis Law Group today.
Gear up for the big game at Simply Seattle. Shop official Seahawks playoffs gear and custom Simply original designs. Shop in-store or online and enter to win a $1,000 shopping spree now at simplyseattle.com. Get ready for game day. Join us at Dick's Sporting Goods at Tacoma Mall this Saturday, January 31st from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday, February 1st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a Nike football event. Enjoy a live DJ, fun photo ops, and more. Plus, check out the newest Seahawks gear to get you ready for the big game. It's the ultimate football weekend. Don't miss out. It's all at Dick's Sporting Goods at the Tacoma Mall. See store for details.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Olympic Hot Tub has terrific ways to achieve total wellness at home. Saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, all waiting for you. See our current specials with exciting savings at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Do you like helping others? Become a Shiva volunteer. In Skagit County, join the hundreds of volunteers across Washington state who help over 90,000 people each year with their Medicare options and questions. You don't have to know Medicare. We'll teach you. And if you're bilingual, even better. For more information and how to apply, call Shiva at 1-800-562-6900 or go to insurance.wa.gov.
Sponsored by the Office of the Insurance Commissioner and aired by the Washington State Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Washington, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation, so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Let's go! This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports.
Get in the freaking auto!
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports.
Brock Ewart is my hero.
Jay Buhner just punched me in the kidney.
We're going to accuse you of murder.
Doesn't really work that way, Sherm. This is a show that has my name on it.
It kind of does, though.
Now, here are your hosts, Brock Ewart and Mike Salk.
Oh, man, 253 saying, once again, Brock's made a major contribution to the show. Salk, when are you going to contribute? I mean, I'm sure you have connections. Couldn't you at least get the coach of the Shooting Kitty Rainbow Icebergs or whatever they were called on? I could. I could reach out to the coach of the, what were they?
Yeah, what was that?
It was Shooting Kitty Icebergs, I think. I don't think there was rainbow in there.
I think they were right. Yeah.
I think it was the Shooting Kitty Icebergs.
Can I just say on that one, too, that one was the hardest because he's so busy.
Tirico, yeah.
And it's just like, I don't want to be that guy. Yet at the same time, if you all knew how much Salk pushes me behind the scenes and how much he cracks the whip and like, do your job. I don't ask for much.
Are we done? Are
Can
we
you
done?
Contribute?
Is this really what we're going to do? Or was that what today's going to be all about? Oh, man.
Salk, it strikes me that the more I do that, the better the show is. I think
it does?
Yeah.
I don't feel that way.
Well, that's okay. You can be the sacrificial lamb. All right.
Somebody asked me yesterday if I was okay. They're like, hey, I just want to make sure. Are you okay? Like, you take a lot of grief. Are you okay? It's like, me? What? Yeah.
Was it Heather?
No. What? No. Heather doesn't care how I am. Are you kidding me? You never ended up rolling in that sound of Mike McDonald and his wife, did you?
No.
There's sound of Mike McDonald. You don't need to, but there's sound of Mike McDonald. Did you watch that?
So beautiful.
It's great. And it's right after they win the NFC Championship game, and she's hugging him, and she's like, I love you. You did it. I love you so much. And I was like, I can't imagine a world in which my wife would do that. Like, it's great. It's beautiful. Kudos to them and their wonderful relationship. But it's just like the idea of like accomplishing something.
She says you're amazing or you're incredible.
Yeah, Heather would never say these things. Like, what? I think it's a beautiful thing, and lucky Mike. But like, I was trying to put myself in that position of accomplishing something, and Heather'd be happy for me. It's not like she doesn't like me. Not like Mike Tirico.
Oh, this is exciting.
Right.
Well, Mike McDonald is amazing and incredible.
I know
you
that, and I'm
amazing
not.
incredible?
No, I'm not. I understand that. And I'm sure that's one of the many reasons Heather doesn't feel about me the way Mike McDonald's wife feels about him. But I was trying to imagine, Brock. And honestly, I was trying to imagine Molly doing that to you, and I don't see that either.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she does it every night. Yeah,
no.
When I finish the show, she runs down here and she jumps into my arms.
Amazing.
Says, that blue 88 was the best you've ever done.
That is amazing what you've done. Let's do some blue 88.
This is Brock and Salk's Blue 88, powered by Xfinity.
We're going to go red, right, tight, close, sprint left, G, U corner, halfback, flat, on one. Ready?
Brock Ewart tackles 3 football questions as only he can.
Blue 88.
Now here's your hosts, Brock Ewart and Mike Salk.
I will throw that out to the people, just to the men listening. I know we got a lot of women listening, but this is a question to the men who are listening.
Did I say 35% women or something?
I think it's like 30. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a huge number. Really is incredible. But this is a question for the men. Has your wife ever given you a hug and told you over and over again, I love you, you're amazing? Has that ever happened to you? I feel like I'm not alone in the fact that there's no chance that would ever happen in my life. All right, question number 1 for you, Brock. You don't have to answer that one. We've highlighted some of these strength on weakness matchups, but how about strength on strength?
Yeah, one of these to watch, and Tom Brady was talking when you asked him about his comment in the game of Stafford being surgical and Darnold being explosive. He really pointed to, if you remember in his answer, he pointed to play action. And the play action game is where so many of the explosives come from the Seahawks, and Sam is so good in that. This is our buddy Aaron Schatz, who has that DVOA number. He's done a really good kind of next level number. Sam Darnold led the NFL this year, Salk. He led the NFL with 57% DVOA on play action passes, even when he declined at times. In the second half of the season, you know what did not decline? His play action performance. Truly the best in the league. So Tom Brady's film study, Tom Brady's eyes, not surprisingly spot on when it comes to what Sam does best. Strength on strength. What do the Patriots do best defensively? Since Week 10, their defense was the best DVOA against play-action passes. negative 36%. Were opponents over the final eight games of the season. As they kind of found who they are and what they do, and they play so much man-to-man and are not affected by some of that play action because their eyes aren't in the backfield. They're coming after you. They're in your hip pocket. They're playing that tight coverage outside with Gonzalez and the other cat. So, yeah, strength on strength will be that play action game, and hopefully some explosives can come out of it Seattle's way.
These texts are unbelievable. They're unbelievable. I've never even been hugged by my wife. Oh, you guys are the best. Question number 2. I'll read these in a minute, Brock. Question number 2.
I'll see if you can find that sound of. It was really, really sweet.
Oh my God, it's so
and
nice.
Jumps in his arms and that big barrel chest and broad shoulder of his, just hugging her tight.
Salk, I've been married 23 years. The amount of affection that you speak of is a myth. Any audio of McDonald's wife speaking those words is obviously AI.
And remember, he's never home.
Never home. That's probably why she loves him so much.
Yes.
As a woman, I can say that there probably are not a lot of men that deserve to be told they're amazing out there.
Or it's not nice.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, we never got to that last week, did we? That clip of McDonald that's like, yeah, I spend half an hour a week at home. That's an exaggeration, but...
I own my own business. I'm growing it like crazy. There's zero chance my wife would ever say what McDonald's wife did.
Okay, but there's a little more adrenaline going in the moment when you're like being sent to the Super
My
Bowl.
wife didn't say that on our wedding day, and she barely knows I'm alive. No, never happened for me. I mean, we must have 1,000 texts here from dudes who are like, yeah, no chance. What? I would have to cure cancer to get that much affection and love from my wife. The plight of the poor married
Sounds like
man.
you need to step up.
It's all our fault, sure. It's all on us. Question number 2 is this, Brock. John Schneider yesterday with Wyman and Bob talking about how they have really changed their process in the draft.
A lot of speculation about this, right? Oh, man, did they take more risk? Oh, did Pete have a bigger influence? Oh, did Pete, kind of weigh in and bring the hammer? Like, no, actually, John Schneider, none of that is what happened over the last 3, 4, 5 years. It was a lot of self-examination, and Cut 9 goes into some depth about what they've really done behind the scenes.
Nolan Teasley and Trent Kirshner, Matt Barry, Willie, Armani, Aaron, our self-scouting's we've really done a nice job with that, challenging each other to look in the mirror, look at our blemishes and see how we can improve, whether it's process or just decision-making and what's worked and what hasn't worked especially well. And so I think it just feels like it's been a little bit more clear the last, several years. And we're going to keep trying to improve as we go, which we always have. So it's kind of hard to say. I will say, from a draft standpoint, and this is primarily my fault, there was a period in there where we had too many players on our board. Personally, I was concerned about what the cap casualty guys were going to be and how we're going to replace those guys. And so we need more players instead of saying, no, who are the real Seahawks?
So 2 things. It's always about the people. It is always about the people. And I don't care what business you're in and what walk of life. It's about the people, the people, the people. And when you hear him talk about others, you said this to Rico, to Mike Tirico, Salk, they're just normal dudes. There's executives in this league that don't know. I've worked with people and I've worked with talent that doesn't know camera people's names. Doesn't know people in the truck's names. They just never relate to them. Not John. He knows when he rattles all those names off of the people around him, there's buddies, there's friends, there's continuity. Always about the people. And then number 2, narrowing the focus. Too broad. If we got too many guys, like that's, nope. Let's narrow it down. Let's find the real Seahawks. He went in further to talk about, kind of the deep, just the character traits of it. And I think the narrowing of the focus, the continuity of the people, a big reason why they've been so good in the acquisition phase.
Real quick here, I'm sorry, I've totally derailed this segment, but question number 3.
Is this true? Come on, just play the sound of Chris Long.
I don't think we have time for the whole sound, but look, Chris Long says, it's 48 seconds, I don't have time.
Okay,
Chris Long says Nicky Manwari's the best player on this defense, and will be for the next decade and has a Hall of Fame potential. Is that true?
That feels like a lot. That feels like especially coming off the 49er game, where arguably he was the worst defender on the field. And then obviously he swings that pendulum to being the best player on the field. And I said that Monday to you after the Rams game. He's the best player on the field. They were 1 for 8 on third down. He had multiple stops on third down. It's him alone. But I'm not. We're 1 year.
You're a little early on that.
We're a little
potential though.
Yes,
potential. Right now.
Stay healthy, stay available, stay durable. Hard to do when you run and hit the way that he does. We saw that with Cam. We've seen that with others. So you got to do it a long time. But year one, and certainly the last 7, 8, 9 weeks of year one, become one of the most dominant nickel defenders, maybe the single most dominant nickel defender in all the NFL.
All right. That is today's Blue 88. 425 says, the only time my wife even touches me is a pulse check to see if my heart is still beating. And unfortunately, I'm still alive. All right. I mean, that's
dark.
Yeah. 425. This is definitely a reflection of who actually listens to this station. And then there's like a couple of tough guys. Like, from what I'm hearing, you guys are just bad husbands because my wife loves me and cares for me. And I could absolutely hear her saying that to me. Well, la-di-da. Must be great to be you.
Doubted.
More questions about Sam Darnold.
Underestimated.
I would say 10-7.
Questioned at every turn.
The question mark on this team is the offensive line.
Well, I think it was a swing and a miss week 1.
They're trying to find exactly who they are and what they are.
We did not care. It's about us. It's always been about us and what we do. And now we're going to the Super Bowl.
The only place you'll hear Steve Rabel call the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60 is on the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Let's talk about hockey. Don't you love a sport where it's almost fair game to throw off your gloves and bare knuckle it in that gray area? Hockey brings excitement, intensity, passion, often drinking. It's like a party with a puck. If you enjoy too many shots at the bar while watching slap shots on the ice, don't try to make a breakaway because the police won't just stonewall your goal. They're much more likely to throw you in that penalty box. And it won't be just a few minutes to think about what you did. Go ahead, enjoy cracking one open. Just don't overdo it. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY or go to 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com for your free private consultation. Hockey is one of the only sports where you can wrap around the goal and there's no out of bounds. But the roadway is a different story. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
1-800-DUI-AWAY. Save $600 on windows and $1,500 on doors at Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Enjoy easy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest financing for 12 months, plus a lifetime installation warranty. Visit LakeWashingtonWindows.com today.
To me, the LJ way is to provide an experience that people really enjoy being a part of.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Hi, I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, ultra-low sugar brain and body fuel. Our IQ Bar plant protein bars help you refuel smarter. Our IQ Mix Zero Sugar Hydration Mixes help you hydrate harder. And our IQ Joe Instant Mushroom Coffees help you caffeinate larger. All 3 product lines boost physical performance, but they also boost mental performance via nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane. Right now, you can try our epic IQ Bar Ultimate Sampler Pack with 9 protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 coffee sticks. Win your day with clean ingredients, amazing taste, and superior brain and body nutrition. Try IQ Bar today.
Get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. Text IQ Bar to 64,000 to get this exclusive radio offer. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee. based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The only place to hear Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
Can you believe it?
Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
See your favorite Seattle Mariners up close at the Peoria Sports Complex. Come to sunny and warm Peoria, Arizona to celebrate an AL West championship and the beginning of another great season for your Mariners. Spring training in Peoria has plenty of sunshine, warm temperatures, great food, and the best seats in baseball. It's family fun for fans of all ages. Book your trip today. Support your 2026 Seattle Mariners in Arizona for what promises to be another exciting season. Get your tickets at PeoriaBaseball.com.
Join us at Dick's Sporting Goods at Tacoma Mall this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a Nike football event with a live DJ, fun photo ops, and more. Come check out the latest Seahawks gear at Dick's Sporting Goods this weekend and have the chance to meet former Seattle defensive end Cliff Averill on Saturday from 11:15 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. Wristbands will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis beginning 1 hour before the appearance. See store for details.
Start 2026 at Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton with their New Year's savings on your next vehicle, like the 2026 Tundra, financing at 2.99% APR for 72 months. The 2025 Gas RAV4, leasing at $330 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. And the 2026 BZ, leasing at $339 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. New Year's savings at ToyotaofKirkland.com and ToyotaofRenton.com. Offers valid until February 2nd, 2026. Terms available on approved credit through TFS. Excludes taxes, titles, license, dealers, accessories, and a $200 negotiable dealer documentation fee.
Good Dog Auto Glass.
When the stakes are high, you want the best on your team. When your windshield breaks, don't settle for your insurance company's fix that's just safe enough. Trust Good Dog Auto Glass, where the quality isn't light. We do all the things the little guys don't, and we do all the things the big guy does.
We answer the phone when you call, we work for you, and we will walk you through the insurance process. Visit GoodDogAutoGlass.com, Puget Sound's most trusted auto glass company, and get more bang for your buck.
Need to know.
15 minutes past every hour with Brock and Salk.
Here's what you need to know. Up first.
No major changes to the Seahawks injury report, and I think that's probably for the best. If anything, looks pretty good. I mean, Charles Cross, Eric Sauber, and Amari Kite all sat out. I don't see Amari Kite as being necessarily a huge problem as long as Charles Cross is ready to go. And Eric Sauber, he's kind of been in and out. I'm not too worried there. The better news, Ernest Jones, partial participant yesterday after being a non-participant the day before. That's good because that's a new injury, the chest injury for him. So with over a week to go, I would think he should be in good shape for the game next Sunday. Drake May for the Patriots, rather, a little bit more of a question. But he seems to think and say that, there's really nothing here.
No, I don't think so. I think that's why you spend time. That's why you have trainers, and I think it's just been one of those things where it's a long season, and sometimes things show up, and do whatever I can to feel 100%, and I'm sure I'll get if not there as close as you can 99, or do whatever I can to make sure I'm throwing, and like I said, do whatever I can to help the team win.
Did you throw today?
Did I throw today? Yeah, I mean we went through normal practice, so. Did some reps and did some things where I'm looking forward to trying to get some more reps here and there and feel it out.
All right. I would assume that none of this is going to end up being a major story by the time the game actually gets going. Meantime, John Schneider joining Wyman and Bob yesterday, and of course they asked him about being named NFL Executive of the Year, and of course he was very quick to spread around the credit.
It's pretty cool. I think it's the ultimate organizational award because of everything that goes into all the decisions that we're making, throughout the acquisition process every single year. And that's, Rob Porteous and James Churchill and John Mowry, those guys in the video department. And then, Patrick Ward and the docs and all the trainers and sports science. And obviously, the coaches and the players, but everything like the guts of the organization that help us, be our best every single day. And so I think it's just, the ultimate team award in that regard.
Well, they certainly deserve it. I mean, just going through the way the organization is run, the way they handle their business, the way they've gone about rebuilding this thing without having to tear it all down, it's a remarkable achievement, and not to mention all of the good decisions that they've made. Huge kudos to John and his entire staff. By the way, Seahawks will be wearing their all navy for the Super Bowl next Sunday. The Patriots will go white on white.
Here's the second thing you need to know.
Looking for some clarity, hopefully by this weekend here, on what's going to happen with Clint Kubiak. He's interviewing with the Raiders and Cardinals tomorrow. Jeff Darlington was on SportsCenter yesterday and kind of explains the Raiders. I don't see the Cardinals happening. Like, why would you go to the Cardinals and work for the Bidwells and take on the contract for Kyler Murray? Like, that seems like a terrible plan. In this division against the three other coaches in the NFC West, why? That's a non-starter for me if I'm him. But the Raiders gig is maybe a little more interesting.
The good news for the Raiders is that Jeremy Fowler is reporting that he will interview this weekend. Kubiak and the Raiders will meet once more before heading to Santa Clara for Super Bowl preparations. That's obviously very good news if you're a Raiders fan, because that tells you something about his potential interest. He could easily back out if he wanted to. The Seahawks still putting a heavy push on Kubiak to stay with Seattle. But right now, the fact that he is doing that second interview is something we should be paying close attention to this weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. That Raiders job, again, you have the first overall pick. If you believe in Mendoza, there's something to that. By the way, Denver passing game coordinator Davis Webb, who was one of the front runners for that job, apparently took himself out of the running. So if Kubiak wants this, it sure seems like it can be his. He's just got to say yes.
Here's the third thing you need to know.
All right, I've been going through this throughout the morning. Let me do it again. Mariners announced their whole streaming cable television plan for this season. It really is not that complex. It might sound it, but it's not. So for streaming, you go directly to mariners.tv. Okay, mariners.tv. As long as you're local, that means Washington, Idaho, Oregon, Alaska, Montana, Hawaii. Sign up at mariners.tv. Signups will start here in a couple weeks, February 10th. And it's $100 for the year, $20 a month. That's essentially the deal, $19.99 and $99.99. So that's one way to do it. If you're out of market, you're still going to go through MLB TV. If you're here and you go through cable, satellite, streaming bundle like Fubo, so then the details are not 100% set yet in terms of which channel it'll be on, but it'll be just like it was last year, except instead of it being called Root Sports, it'll be called Mariners TV. And that channel will be dark other than during games and a half hour before and after. So it won't have infomercials in the morning and some of the other stuff that you got from Root Sports. It'll just be the game, and then it goes dark, kind of like the way Red Zone does if you have that. That's the best I can explain it. And again, this is all a good thing. It's just more ways to watch the team for those of you who just prefer the simplicity of cable or internet or cable or satellite or that type of thing. Your life's not going to change. It won't change. If you are looking for newer ways to watch the team, I think it's a pretty good deal. $100 for the year, $19 a month, or $20 a month, pretty good deal. Meanwhile, Kraken with another 5-goal night. That's 2 in a row for them, and this time over the Maple Leafs, and they shut them down 5-2. Shane Wright with a pair of goals. Matty Beniers had a goal. We had this one from Brandon Montour. Very aggressive horn last night. You're right, Maura. It was like there was louder, mic'd up better on the ESPN broadcast or something. In any event, 7 more hits for my guy, Jacob Melanson. Dude just hits everything in his path. He had a hit last night while he had the puck. Somebody came at him while he had the puck, and he drilled the guy and kept on going.
All I can picture now is you hugging Jacob Melanson going, "You're amazing."
I would do that.
I know you would.
Where do I sign up? He only has like 9 teeth, and they're all on top. But still, whatever you need. They've been good with him, man. They are, since the first 3 games he was here, they are 12-2-2 with Jacob Melanson in the lineup. All right, they are in Vegas tomorrow and back in 3rd place, so that's good news. That is everything you need to know. 1/4 every hour here on the Brock and Salk Show. All right, so I think we've lost Brock temporarily. We're having a little technical issue, so I think we'll be able to get him back here in a moment. But that's okay. G's coming in. We'll play him that sound of Mike McDonald and his wife and see if G can relate to us or to Mike. And a whole lot of more to come as well. So stick around. It's Brock and Salk. Seattle Sports on your home for the Super Bowl bound Seahawks, 710 and seattlesports.com.
Talk your stuff, Sam.
Bump and Stacy.
Talk your stuff, Sam.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
They hating on you. They doubted you all year. They doubted this man. Oh, he hasn't done enough. Watch him play. Watch the film. National media. Get off of your couch. Stop relying on your producers. Watch the dang film, and you would have saw this coming. Sam Darnold. It's about the team. But I was so proud for Sam Darnold, man.
Only on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
All right, the all-new Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel is now open. Yeah, the destination spa, the expanded non-smoking gaming space, the breathtaking views of the Cascades, and the perfect spot to watch any game. Yes, even the big one next Sunday. Catch every game at Hawks Peak. Over 66 televisions, the heated outdoor deck, and then they got a whole lot of other great stuff that you can do as well. All the fun that comes from watching a game at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Book now. Go to snocasino.com. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Eric Johnson here. I covered a lot of accidents over the past 30 years or so, but I never got to say much about what to do after a crash. Be honest, do you know what evidence to collect, what pictures to take, what documents to request, or what you shouldn't say to your insurance company? The Washington Accident Book Series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the roads throw at them. Know your rights and how to avoid common mistakes after an accident by getting your free copy at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
You know, this is one of those topics that no one really wants to think about, but if you're a parent, a homeowner, married, or helping take care of aging parents, it's something that honestly deserves a little attention. I'm talking about estate planning. And before you tune out thinking it's complicated or expensive, that's actually why I want to mention Trust and Will. Trust and Will makes estate planning feel way less intimidating than it sounds. They offer modern, attorney-designed wills and trusts that you can create online. And the process is surprisingly straightforward. In fact, you can create a will in as little as 30 minutes. That includes things like guardianship for your kids or pets, how your assets are distributed, and even healthcare directives. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your loved ones with Trust and Will, the most trusted name in online estate planning. Go to trustandwill.com/game to get 20% off. That's trustandwill.com/game for 20% off. trustandwill.com/GAME.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice. DayandNight.net. Day and Night gives you a free furnace or water heater with installation of an AC or heat pump.
If you're not sure your furnace will make it through another winter, call us to install a proper, long-lasting, efficient heating system backed by our lifetime workmanship guarantee, so you won't be left out in the cold.
Install an AC or heat pump and get a free furnace or water heater from Day and Night Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. DayandNight.net.
And the Seahawks are going back to the Super Bowl.
Home of the Seahawks in Super Bowl 60. Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
The Boat Show, the Boat Show,
the Big Seattle Boat Show.
The Big Seattle Boat Show is happening now through February 7th. It's the best time to buy, with big selection, big discounts, and big fun for everyone. It's a big deal. Presented by Sundance Yachts and Port of Seattle. Make it a date Friday evenings with Boat Show After Dark, featuring unforgettable ambiance, music, food, beer, and wine. Details and discount tickets at seattleboatshow.com.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years.
We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included in every tire we sell. It's more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's all about you getting more from less. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com.
This might be the most surprising statistic I've shared in decades of doing local news. More than 75% of commuters will be involved in a car accident at some point. JP Pendergast of Pendergast Law with more.
What makes it more surprising? The average person will be involved in 3 to 4 collisions in their lifetime.
With accidents unbelievably prevalent, what are some safety tips if it happens to you?
Safety first. Secondary collisions are not uncommon while awaiting help. Turn on those hazards and remain in a safe place. If a bystander witnessed the accident, capture their information and encourage them to remain at the scene. Seek medical attention immediately if needed, as delaying can be a costly mistake. Lastly, remember that statements made to police and insurance adjusters can affect your case.
Collisions are more common than we'd like to think. If you find yourself in one, follow these helpful tips and then call my friends at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one's injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
PendergastLaw.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Brock and Salk.
Weekdays 6 to 10.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, G, we got to ask you about this. G. Scott is here.
What is going on?
What do you mean?
Why am I looking at the text line? What have you guys been saying about me? I got
Nothing.
people talking about hugging my wife.
Yeah.
I got people talking about G giving relationship advice.
Right.
Good morning, everybody. Why is Brock frozen?
That's a good question. That's a long story.
frozen?
Only on the screen. Yeah,
No.
you look like it's a funny shot of you too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I kind of look like I looked in the Tacoma News Tribune, that
Yeah.
Luke Kit Wong picture he took of me.
It's not the best look.
No, let's fix that.
What up, y'all? What we talking about today?
Well, I'm going to play you some sound, and then I've got a question for you, and then we'll dig into, the Seahawks going to the Super Bowl and all that stuff. You're heading down, right?
I'll be down there on Monday. Shout out to Arlene the Dream and Boss Lady and them. They made the approval. Arlene sent me an email the other day, and I sent her email back, and she's like, G, did you read the email? And to which, no, I didn't, Arlene. I did not
So
read the
Arlene
email.
spent all that time getting you ready for the Super Bowl, and you couldn't be bothered to read her email.
I mean, but you know what, though? It is crazy. You ever had that one coworker that you work with that just scares you? That's Arlene.
Yeah.
She be scaring the hell out of me, man. That little old lady be scaring me.
She's so sweet.
Why you guys call her old? Why you gotta call her old?
But she's
She ain't
powerful.
Did you just call Arlene old?
He said little old lady.
No, thank you. I'm backing away from this conversation.
Wait,
Take that back,
no,
G.
no.
Take that back.
See,
Take that back.
Nah, that's not how it was supposed to happen.
Yeah,
no,
well,
she is not.
You are
She's
digging yourself
absolutely
deeper,
fantastic.
deeper.
Absolutely
You thought you was going to the Super Bowl.
fantastic.
Not now.
All right, y'all.
You ever have that coworker never ages, right? Like, I just no matter how long
That's
you work with
Arlene.
them.
Arlene
That's
literally
what I
never-
think, but now
No,
you're trying to dig yourself out of the hole.
No.
All right, can I play you the sound, and then I think that we know what the answer to this is going to be. But
what?
This is Mike McDonald on the field at the end of the NFC Championship game win, and this is his wife. Have you seen this? His wife coming over to congratulate him.
You did it! You did it! Oh my gosh. I love you.
I love you. How about that?
You're amazing. Yes. You're amazing.
G.
What?
Would your wife ever talk to you that way?
Stephanie, by the way, put some respect on the name.
Stephanie, yeah.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Let me. I know y'all don't want to hear G's advice on this, but I'm gonna tell you. You show me a man, someone that's out there that is actually doing things, and I promise you that there is someone that is a support system that will talk to you that way. Wow. Yo, I don't care nobody say y'all, but you might be talking stuff about me, but my wife, I'm a hero, and she make me believe it too. Baby, you the best at what you do, and that's why I be out here pretending, thinking that I am. And y'all don't want to be like, no, G, you ain't that good. And I go home, I said, baby, am I good? Oh, baby, you the best.
That must be nice. What is that like?
Wait, Heather don't talk to you like that?
What do you think?
Nah.
Okay, but are you guys giving that kind of affirmation back, or are you just expecting it?
Wow.
No.
Whoa. No one's expecting it.
We got a lot of texts from guys that say they're not getting that from their wives.
Right.
Are you giving her that kind of praise?
More. More than I get.
Okay.
Wait,
More than I
Molly-
get.
Molly ain't talking to you like this, bro.
Yeah,
No.
Of course she does.
She does not.
I finished Blue 88. She's outside the door jumping in my arms. That was amazing.
Wait, no. Okay,
I love you,
all right.
baby.
Let me.
Brock, that was the best Madden taping I've
Okay,
ever
let me
heard.
ask
You're
you guys this.
amazing.
Let me ask you guys
Yes.
this. I'm put you on the spot. My wife listens to my show
Wow.
every day.
What's that like?
Yeah.
My wife listens to my show every day.
My mom
Your-
listens to our show.
Okay, your mama. Oh, shout out to your mom and them brownies. Hey, Mama Salk, them brownies are the truth. Hey, Brock, does your wife listen to your show?
Neither does Heather.
Y'all wives,
now-
y'all got the #1 show on the West Coast. You got Tom Brady on the show. This is the best damn
Heather listened to
sports
that.
show.
She listened to Tom Brady.
'Cause she
That
likes
she
Tom.
listened to.
How can y'all wives not listen to this show?
They have to listen to us when we go home. Why do they want 4 more hours of us?
Man, y'all need y'all. That's why Mike McDonald is going to the Super Bowl in year 2 because he has someone to speak words of affirmation in that way. Now y'all know I'm not joking. I'm being serious, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this dude go out there, he go to work, and he's got that support system when he come home. Do you know what I
What
got?
is your love language, G? What is yours, do you think?
360 says it did take G5 tries to find someone like that. The rest of us are sticking with the first.
Hey, 360. No need for that. No need for that, 360. What is my love language? My love language is words of affirmation.
No kidding. That's why you offer them to yourself all the time.
And wait a minute. And my wife's, I know, is gifts. Hence the reason I knew, because I'm leaving on Monday, right? We all going down, Super Bowl time to cover the Super Bowl. And, hey, Brock Salk, don't act like y'all don't know me down there on Radio Row. Anyways, we going to be down there in San Francisco. I knew it's going to be rough, right? So I already knew week before, went out to Bellevue, went to one of her favorite stores, and said, you know what? I think this is for you. Oh, in preparation
Gifts.
of
Yeah.
gifts.
Gifts.
What's your love language?
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, Heather doesn't care what it is. What's the difference?
Is it quality time, bruh? Is it physical?
Probably.
Physical touch?
Yeah, I like to snuggle. That's why I got a dog. I got a Frenchie for that.
You snuggle with your dog more than your wife?
Well, my wife doesn't like to snuggle. She's from Connecticut. Wow. People in Connecticut don't snuggle. Wow. Yeah. So I got to snuggle with the dog and Cecily. Cecily likes to snuggle. So I don't, you know.
You know what? I think this is what makes you so good at your job. This is why Mike Salk is one of the best. By the way, I've learned from him. He's one of the best.
Oh, jeez.
He is one of the best. Write this down, because he snuggles more with his dog than his wife.
I mean, I'd be happy to snuggle with my wife. She's just not a snuggler.
Now, 425 says, don't worry, G. You'll be on 6 soon enough. No. I'm staying with this one. You crazy? Come on, man. The G Scott stock has gone up since I've been staying with this one. What's up, bro?
Hey, G. Yeah. Salk shared some stories from Sunday in the suite. It was our second time at an NFC title game. It was phenomenal. Yeah. A little different. The first one we did together, actually, Heather and Molly were in the suite, and we had a great old time in that Packers game and everything else.
It's true.
Yeah.
Couple takeaways from the suite experience were what for you, G?
That Mike Salk will just say things. You ever be watching a movie and someone says something and the record player goes, Mike Salk sometimes forgets that he's around other people, and he'll say things.
That's right.
And like he said something the other day that's very important. He said, hey, G, I might be wrong, but I'm consistent. And to which I said, you're right. So that was my bad. Number 2, hey, man, Brock, did you hug my wife, dog? You gave her that hug you gave my wife was way a little long, bro.
Long, yeah.
That a little long.
What?
That was a little long. It wasn't no side hug. That was a straight full. It was a full frontal hug on my wife. How do you do that the first time you meet her, Brock? Damn, dog.
And you say I don't read a room well.
Brock, you can't just meet somebody's wife for the first time and go for the full front action. You got to go side and say, hey, nice to meet you. But you went, oh my goodness, you do exist.
Was she bothered? Was she bothered? Oh, that's right. I did say that too. Yeah. Was she annoyed? I couldn't tell.
Nah, man, you know, she loves everybody.
She is nice. She is a sweetheart.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I call her a little lady too.
Yeah.
How about the football?
She's a little lady.
The football?
The football was awesome sitting there. Mike Salk, one thing I will say about Mike Salk, when he's watching the game, the man is still working, y'all. He is sitting there. He's on his phone. He's taking notes during the game. And you know what I mean?
None of them are very good, but I do take them.
No, he takes the notes, and then Brock will turn around and say, hey, Salky, did you get that? And they'll do that. And then I'm standing there with two quarterbacks, the Hewitt brothers.
Wasn't that cool?
That was pretty cool.
Legit, very cool.
Right?
Yeah.
To talk about.
Like, jokes aside, it was actually very cool.
Yeah. And the thing is the Hewitt brothers, I like y'all, man. Seriously. I like you know, you really get to know somebody a certain way. So in there it was cool. You had boss lady over there.
You know why, G? You know why? Because you can take the boys out of Puyallup, but when Damon and I are together, you can't take the Puyallup out of the boys. Yeah, you just can't. And representing that.
They squabble too, which is funny.
There
Like,
was
you
some
see what's over there?
Sumner-
That looks like they're going cover four. No, I think what that is they move the cloud coverage, and like the two of them argue a little bit, which is great. I enjoy that. That's pretty fun.
Another thing, like even on that when it was third down, fourth down series, the last possession that the Rams had, right? And so it was third down, and I said to Damon, I'm like, well, man, big stop here. It'll probably kick the field goal. Damon goes before the third down. Damon Hewitt goes, oh, no, this is 2-down territory. I said, huh? He says, oh, no. That's just how the Rams operate. That's just the psyche that you have. You don't – here's Damon talking. You don't get this far by not going 2-down territory in this situation. And my man was right. That's exactly what happened. Don't doubt the quarterbacks, man.
Yep. And then how many times did you say to Salk, hey, you going to write that to your Sam? How many times? Was it once? Was it 6?
Did he do it yet?
Times?
Has he done it?
I mean, not a full-on letter, but he absolutely Monday came in and gave the dude his props because I know the more we've talked about it this week, and thankfully we're kind of turning the page, and it will all be the Super Bowl next week. So this week kind of early on was reflecting, and we're kind of pushing ahead to it. The Rams wanted Sam Darnold to beat them. The more I put a final kind of cherry on top of that game and actually reminiscent about the suite and all that experience, the Rams went in that game and said, hey, man, Sam Darnold beat us. Because we're going to put people around the line of scrimmage quite a bit, and we're going to play a bunch of zone. We're going to rush you. Like, you got to beat us. And my goodness gracious, G, he beat him. He beat him.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, he's up for the job, and obviously Tom Brady, I heard, was talking about my man during the broadcast. But Clint Kubiak, Clint Kubiak had, some, like, he's a big dog. Like, Clint Kubiak, in that second half, the way he got down, the way that offense got down, and I would argue when they don't convert on fourth down, when the Rams turn it over on downs right there, and the Seahawks are pent back there, if the Seahawks go 3 and out on that possession, and then that defense comes back on the field after a 15-play drive, hey, everybody, I ain't want to gossip. You ain't heard it from me, Miss Benita. The Seahawks are not going to the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, and it means that you're punting out of the end zone, and I totally agree with you. I mean, that last drive was a masterclass by everybody, and the two people that I would give the most credit to would be Clint and Sam for sure.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he made a couple calls and a couple of throws on that drive. We talked about. I mean, it is tempting to just go, let's run the ball out and see if we can run it down the field, right? Throw to score, run to win. But that was not what the situation called for, and that's not what the Rams were doing. They were saying, you're going to have to throw this ball in order to win the game. And the throw to JSN, tremendous. The Ken Walker play was more Ken. I mean, he really made that play after the throw, but okay. The throw to Cooper Kupp, tremendous. And then the throw on the defensive holding play tremendous. I mean, like those 3 plays essentially win you the game. 4 plays. That wins you the game because you didn't run the ball well in that situation. They were saying, we're not going to let you. You ran it as much as you could in order to run off clock, but you couldn't have incompletions to stop the clock, and they didn't. That's huge.
So spin it ahead. I would agree with all that, Salk. Spin it ahead, G. And we had Mike Tirico on last hour. Truly one of our favorites. Just such a warm.
I love that brother.
Oh my gosh, he's awesome. He's just a brain, but he doesn't flaunt it. You know, he just kind of just relatable still. It's such a bright guy. He talked about the fact that this game is full of really just a bunch of folks that don't have a Q rating nationally. Mike Vrabel, probably the biggest name and star going into this game. Yeah. Seahawks specific. If the 2013 Super Bowl coming out of Richard Sherman and Marshawn Lynch and the Q rating for all of those guys, who can have that kind of bounce this upcoming week and with their performance next Sunday for the Seahawks?
The same one that has been the MVP of the last 5 games the Seahawks have played, Kenneth Walker III. He is not and has not been a household name, but he's been a dog. What you want him to do? You want him to run it? Cool. You want him to catch it in the flat? Cool. I think when you come out of this game, it's going to be Kenneth Walker III. Now, on the other side, this is something that yesterday on the reset, Brandon Mebane and Lofa Tatupu and I, we sat down and talked about this because what we don't want to do is sit here and not talk about the things that the Patriots can do well. And the one thing that in order for the Patriots, I believe and we believe, for them to have a chance against the Seahawks in this Super Bowl, they're going to have to do something special. And the player that is the most special for them, yes, I'm biased, and yes, he's from the Ohio State, but I'm being serious when I say this. Travion Henderson is special. You're not going to beat the Seahawks with just a Stephon Diggs and thinking, or a Drake May and that connection right there. You're going to have to beat them with a special Travion Henderson, a back that can not only just run it.
They've beaten up so many special running backs this year, though. I'm not taking anything away from Henderson, but look what they did to the guy in Indianapolis, to Christian McCaffrey, to the guy in Atlanta. I mean, like, those are they faced some of the best backs in the league. They didn't do squat against the Seahawks.
Rusher.
In 28 games. 28
games. Last 100-yard rusher.
I mean, like, they've taken on
Buffalo.
guys that are, I think, right now considered anyway to be more elite than the 2 guys the Patriots have, Henderson and Stevenson.
Yeah.
That's not been a problem for them at all. Are either of those guys better than Bijan Robinson right now?
I would say because of the limited amount of carries that Travion has had in the NFL so far, of everybody that you talked about, including Christian McCaffrey, and we saw what the Seahawks have done to them. Again, I'm not saying that the Seahawks aren't dominant on defense. Right. I'm not talking about that. But I'm saying if there is, and I know Mike McDonald is going to figure all this out, if there's any way that the Patriots can do something, it would be come off of a turnover for the Seahawks, and Travion Henderson can get you. He can get you. If you slip a blown missed assignment, nobody set the edge, he will hit you for 65 yards.
It's funny. I would find myself going into this much more worried about the other side and what Milton Williams can do up the middle or Christian Gonzalez on the outside. Those would be the 2 names that kind of concern me most with this team. But the Seahawks defense, I just think they are going to absolutely beat the living tar out of the Patriots offense.
And that's the thing. I know you guys are saying, Ramondre Stevenson is the starter, no question. And I hope Josh McDaniels goes into this game continuing that. I just don't think so. Because let's be real, the Tom Brady that you guys had on your interview, that guy, his offensive coordinator was Josh McDaniels. He's coming into a Super Bowl. He has experience. Mike Vrabel has experience. My heart of hearts says this. The teams that win, the teams that do well, do something that you have not seen. And I think they've seen Ramondre Stevens. They've seen what he can do. But the Travion makes it different.
Hey, do you know who Leonard Williams is married to?
No.
I didn't either. And he was surprised. I interviewed him yesterday. Brock was sick, so I did the interview by myself. We're going to run it on Monday. And he's talking about how, first of all, he's awesome. Like, I just love this guy. I love watching him play. I like talking to him. I do have a question for you about him at the end of this, but he's like, oh, yeah, well, it's been weird because my wife, her father is a Niners Hall of Famer. Really? Who's that?
Who's that?
Oh, Ronnie Lott.
What?
His wife was Ronnie Lott's daughter.
She also took off her pinky finger.
No. But isn't that crazy? Did you know that?
Can we get a timeout?
Yeah.
Brock, you really went there with the finger, bro?
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
That was
Ronnie.
You can't do that.
Yeah, he took the finger off.
I know, but that's something Salk would say inside of a suite. You can't do that.
Yeah, we
on
never.
air.
Yeah, well, Brock is fine. Brock gets away with anything.
Oh, is he racist like the other guy? Oh, is that the comment you're talking about?
What? Oh, what? What's happening? Oh, the country music stars who dropped the N-word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, is he racist like him?
Well, you were the one who thought the two country stars were the same person. So he's married to Ronnie Lott's daughter, which I did not realize, but that's awesome and very cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking about him yesterday as we talked to him.
Yeah.
Can you think of many athletes, professional athletes, especially football players who play such a tough sport, physical sport, who are as willing to be vulnerable and open and honest as he is? He blows me away every time he talks with just how honest and vulnerable and transparent he is about how he feels about the team, about the love that they have for each other, all of it. I think honestly, from what I can tell from the outside, that this team has taken on his personality as much as anyone else in that locker room.
Did you guys forget about KJ Wright?
KJ's a good one. That's true.
I could do this.
Yeah,
I could do this all day with with former Seahawk players that have been very transparent with who they are. Some got no sleep. You know what I mean?
Stop it. Stop.
I'm talking about when you drink them nano bubbles. Anyways.
Did I hear you getting Russ on the reset? Did I hear that or no? Is that wrong?
Hey, you know who?
You know a Mike McDonald 17-second pause right there.
You know who I want to talk to, and I got. You guys need to get him on your show, if it's possible. Their next big get. I know Tom Brady was a big get for you guys, but the next one, if you guys can swing it, Mark Rodgers. If you guys
Mark
can
Rodgers
get
on the show, haven't we?
Not since he's been fired.
No, that's true.
Don't you want to talk to a fired Mark Rodgers?
Not really.
Like, man, you went this.
Russ.
No,
I want to talk to Russ.
I don't really want to talk to either of them all that much.
What would you? Hey, Brock. What would you want to ask Russ?
Russ?
Yeah.
I want to get Russ. I think I'm gonna get Russ on the show next week.
What would you want to ask him?
I want to know what in the world he's thinking right now watching these Seahawks do this. I want to know if he got any regrets about the way things ended in Seattle. Yeah, I'd have a lot for
Do you
Russ.
think
If
you're
he tried
going
to
to
do
get
the whole
honest answers?
I was
And
going
if
to
he
say,
tried
what
to
do you
do
think
the
you're
whole-
gonna get?
Oh, man, Brock, that's so great because when I think about Seattle and I think about Pete Carroll and I think about John Schneider and I think about Jody Allen and I think about this person and that person, and just going to name people for 30 straight minutes.
How about Wendy the lunch lady?
Right, exactly. Wendy the Wendy lady. She's so sweet.
This Salk would cut him off, and this Salk would be like, "We ain't doing this."
I guess that's true. I mean, like at this point, there's no real need to kowtow. You're just like, yeah, all right, whatever, dude.
Can I ask you and all of
It's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's not just it's Wendy and it's Wendy, the sweet Wendy lady, and her name's Wendy. She's in the cafeteria every day, bringing enthusiasm when you walk in. It's Vince, the head trainer here, making sure everybody's upbeat and lifted up.
This is in Denver.
It's Coach Lando, the strength coach. It's everybody. It's Patrick, the PR guy. I mean, it's just everybody's a part of this journey.
Oh, Russ likes PR guys? Hey, let me question for you. And this is for.
And then we gotta go.
All right, we gotta go. G, sorry.
I know. Will Russ ever get back?
No.
To the love that he used to have in his town. I'm asking.
I don't know. The fans are very forgiving. I watched them all cheer and go crazy at the beginning of that game on Sunday. So, I mean, who knows what fans are capable of forgiving, G. There's any number of things. All right. We got to go. Thank you for the setup.
You guys going to kick me out.
Thank you for the alley-oop. I appreciate it. You rock the alley. I got the oop.
What's your guys' takeaway from today?
Huh?
You know what my takeaway is?
That our wives don't like us very much.
That and... Don't let Brock, you do get away with everything. You can't be hugging people's wives like that, bruh. Chill.
A full
that's
frontal
how rumors
hug, he
get
called
started.
it. Yeah.
That's how rumors get started.
Full frontal hug. That doesn't seem
Take it
right.
down a notch. Take it down a notch.
Bye, G.
Rumors.
We'll see you down there. We'll see you in San Francisco
Nobody
next
listens
week.
to what I say.
We'll be right back with For You in Review. We got phone calls coming up in about a half hour. It's Brock and Salk on your home for the Super Bowl bound Seahawks. Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com.
Spring training is right around the corner. And tomorrow, Seattle Sports is live from Mariners Fan Fest at T-Mobile Park, beginning at 12:30.
Listen to the roar of the crowd again.
Join Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer, broadcasters Gary Hill and Aaron Goldsmith, featuring your faves like Cal Raleigh, George Kirby, and more.
Swung on and missed.
The Hot Stove, live from Mariners Fan Fest at T-Mobile, tomorrow at 12:30 on the home of your AL West champion Mariners, Seattle Sports, and the Seattle Sports app.
Get ready for game day. Join us at Dick's Sporting Goods at Tacoma Mall this Saturday, January 31st from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday, February 1st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a Nike football event. Enjoy a live DJ, fun photo ops, and more. Plus, check out the newest Seahawks gear to get you ready for the big game. It's the ultimate football weekend. Don't miss out. It's all at Dick's Sporting Goods at the Tacoma Mall. See store for details.
Brock Ewart here with my buddy Shannon O'Kelly from IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Shannon, we met about a decade ago when you came into the studio, and at that point, IRG was humming, but you were not 40 locations strong all over the neighborhood. How have you done this, and why?
Number one, Brock, great people. Our strength here at IRG is our people. Secondly, we are a company that has a culture of giving back and taking care of our patients, taking care of our team, and thirdly, taking care of our community. We want to be your family physical therapist. More importantly, we want to be your family's neighborhood physical therapist. We want you to come in, have a great experience, and get better and get out there and be pain-free and function.
Take care of your friends. Taking care of your neighbors, taking care of your community, and taking care of Western Washington. With over 40 locations now, that's exactly what IRG Physical and Hand Therapy is doing. Find them in person, find them online at irgpt.com. That's irgpt.com.
Gear up for the big game at Simply Seattle. Shop official Seahawks playoffs gear and custom Simply original designs. Shop in-store or online and enter to win a $1,000 shopping spree now at simplyseattle.com. Good Dog Auto Glass.
When your windshield breaks, the national brands say their fix is safe, but the quality is light. Instead, trust Good Dog Auto Glass for the best in quality auto glass.
Don't let the insurance company bully you. When you call, we answer the phone. Visit us online and get more bang for your buck.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY, and I want to talk to you about football. It's exciting when Seattle fans shake the earth. You can even feel that energy on your 100-inch variable refresh QLED surround sound 7.1. At 1-800-DUI-AWAY, we know that enjoying the game often involves alcohol. And the police know it too. Have fun, be responsible on game day, and pace yourself. If you feel sacked in the fourth quarter, get a designated driver to take you to your end zone. If you get carried away with too many Bloody Marys after too many Hail Marys, call for a timeout. You get the point. Be safe. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY or go to 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com. Watching the game in your blue and green jersey is a lot more fun than wearing an orange jumpsuit.
1-800-DUI-AWAY! Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Washington, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
How about a simple New Year's resolution, one that even I was able to achieve? Reverse the clock on hair loss with Advanced Hair's simple one-day FUE treatment. You'll feel more confident and more youthful when you witness your own natural hair growing into those places that have been balding or thinning for years. I'm surprised and relieved every time I look in the mirror. You need to know what that feels like. From Advanced Hair's breakthrough technology to their highly experienced team, there is no one I would trust more than Advanced Hair Restoration. I experienced their exceptional standard of care firsthand. Your comfort and your results are the top priority of the entire Advanced Hair team. Celebrate this new year with a fuller head of hair and get a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 425-449-8185. That's 425-449-8185. Discover what meeting your resolutions could look like with the before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports.
Get in the freaking auto!
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports.
I don't read the internet, guys.
Take the bull by the hands.
And Brooke, you are. And Brooke, you are.
Now here are your hosts, Brock Heward and Mike Salk.
Oh, yeah, one of these crazy Fridays, Brock. A football Friday, of course, which is powered by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. And, yeah, it's been about as off the rails as they tend to be on a day like today. Certainly with no game this weekend, everybody getting ready for next Sunday, which will be great. We've had a heck of a week, man. We have had so many guests and a ton more scheduled for next week. But on Fridays, we like to go through it. All this stuff is available on the YouTube page, and that's who sponsors For You in Review.
Brock and Salk present For You in Review.
Time for our weekly chat with Jeff Passan from ESPN. We've got Joel Clack. Good morning, Joel.
Let's talk to Coach McDonald.
This is For You in Review, brought to you by the Seattle Sports YouTube page, where you can find the full version of every interview.
All right, let me run through these quick, Brock, because we got so much stuff. It started with Mike McDonald, of course, on Monday. Everyone's heard the clip of him explaining, what was running through his head on the podium, so I'll skip that one for now. But I like this on Sam Darnold.
Dynamite, just all-time. It's got to be an all-time great playoff performance, right? Like if you just ranked all of them objectively,
Objectively, he was 127.8 in the passer rating. Stafford was 127.6.
How about that? Yeah, I would like to see other championship games performances and just do the blind rating, see how that looks. But you got to rank it as high as it gets.
And then he dig deeper, Salt, and all 3 touchdowns under duress, twice getting hit right in the face on 2 of those throws. Is he referenced with G there going through that final drive in the 4 minutes and 50 seconds, or they took off 4 minutes and 20 seconds of that drive to secure that win. He was at his very best. Yeah, it was tremendous. Feather in the cap, pelt on the wall, puts you now into the Super Bowl where you can further change that narrative and further grow his own Q rating.
100%
which I think
true.
he will.
I loved your question about Jody Allen, her impact, and his answer I thought was very instructive.
Well, I mean, a ton. In short, listen to your question, Brock. It made me think of our interview, and we got to spend some time together, just her and I, and you could feel what she wanted for this team and for like our city, and that's what I got excited about that because it was like we shared that vision about what we're trying to get to, and she's just been incredibly supportive throughout the whole thing. I mean, we've made some tough decisions here, and we've gone through some not so great points, last year, and some growing pains and things like that. And I've just always felt like she's just been like steadfast in support, and just like wanting to just keep growing, and like I wouldn't say it's patience, but it's like they're very strong about what type of team that we should be, and a team that our city and the 12s are going to be proud of. I mean, all those things that we're trying to create now is really she's a driving force behind it, and it's awesome. So I was really, it was awesome to see how happy she was.
She must feel an immense amount of pride to take Paul's legacy and all that Paul did, and going to 2 Super Bowls and winning one, and bringing all of that to Seattle, Salk, and then with his passing, taking the reins and the leadership, and to make the most difficult decision she did a couple years ago. What do I do? Do I implode the whole thing? Do I sell the thing? Right? What do I do? Or do I entrust John to keep the culture here because I really believe in the culture and trust that he's going to bring the right partner with him, and he must feel
a game away from hoisting that trophy, which is pretty crazy. Brian Nemhauser, Hawk blogger, joined us this week as well. And yeah, I think there is a concern. Hey, did the Rams expose something that works against this Seahawks defense? His answer is telling.
I don't think you can call two things in a row an aberration outlier. Like, I think in that sense, Sean McVay, Matt Stafford, and that offense, which was the best offense in football, and he's likely the MVP, were able to exploit. And I think McVay did it differently this time. It wasn't the same game plan. It wasn't the same throws that it was the first time. And so you give them credit. You absolutely do. At the same time, I don't know how many other teams can replicate what Sean McVay and Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams and that offensive line can do. Yep. We'll talk about, obviously, the Patriots game more, but, you're talking about Drake May has been sacked 47 times in the regular season, 5 times in both games in the postseason, 57 times total. It's a very different offensive line. It's a very different type of quarterback.
So, yeah, there may be, essentially, if I could paraphrase, there may be a formula that works against this team, but very few personnel rosters out there can make that happen.
Yes, exactly. And New England's going to do it differently. I think they were the number one. I saw Hawk Blogger posting this yesterday, like the number 11 personnel team in the league.
Which
as
is?
Far as their efficiency, 1 back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers, something not a lot of people have attacked the Seahawks with or very well with. Very different than the 12 and 13 that the Rams did. So very different ingredients. And I'll tell you this, so kind of like that there was a little humble pie served to that defense. Because last time that happened, they went on a pretty good 4-game streak before that team came back in the building.
That's very true. All right. Tom Brady, obviously highlight of the week for us. And the stuff on Bill Belichick went viral and was a big news story around the country. But I like this because he had said during the broadcast that he found Sam Darnold to be more explosive than surgical. We asked for more on what that means.
When I look at Matt Stafford, for example, he's a very surgical, precise decision maker. The halfbacks are involved in the game. The tight ends are involved in high percentage throws. They can, the Rams could beat you, I would say, like death by 1,000 cuts. A 6-yard gain, a 7-yard gain, a 4-yard gain, everything to stay in the green or to stay ahead of the sticks. The Seahawks do that a little more with their run game, but they're more of an explosive passing team. They're not looking, I don't always think, for those high precision surgical throws. They're looking for more of the downfield throws, the over routes, the flag routes, off of play action that moves their quarterback. I think Sam does a great job at it, being out of the pocket where he can see really clearly. He did make some nice throws from the pocket, but from my studying, the majority of his plays come from outside the pocket.
As I said earlier, number 1 in play action pass in the NFL this year, even through some of the peaks and valleys of the season. And they run it more than they throw it by percentage, by quite a bit. And that run sets up those throws and those explosive plays have been such a part of their offense.
Maura said that this cut, at least her tweet about it, caused all sorts of chaos on Twitter this week as people are arguing in her mentions.
Lots of Patriots and Seahawks fans debating who ranks where.
All right, so this came from Daniel Jeremiah, who, of course, joins us every week, and he felt pretty strongly about the talent gap being pretty much in the Seahawks' favor.
And Drake May, while he hasn't played well, he's made fewer mistakes than every quarterback they've played in the postseason. So that's kind of been their key. But if you took the top 30 players playing in the Super Bowl, I would say 20 of them probably are Seahawks, 18 to 20 of them. And then you look at the 3 guys for New England that you have to worry about who could try and take over a game. It's May, using his legs more than anything else. It's the corner in Gonzalez, who's a great player. And then Milton Williams, and specifically Milton Williams on Bradford would be for 2 weeks. I'd be studying how to not let that beat me in this game.
They got some names, right? Stephon Diggs and obviously Christian Gonzalez come on the scene as a stud Pro Bowl rookie. Milton Williams is not a big name. He's a dominant interior player, was with the Eagles. They sure missed him. But, yeah, I think if you go through that exercise, and we'll do more of that next week when we're down there, and we'll have more of the New England flavor and hear more of their story. But JSN and K9 and Sam and Zabel and Cross and Lucas and Leonard Williams, and you just kind of go through it. And Ernest Jones and
Spoon,
Devin Witherspoon, and Eman Worry.
Worry.
I think
you're probably going to get around 20.
Those skills more to
I think that's true.
Scales more to Seattle.
All right, last one real quick was Jordan Palmer. He said a lot about Sam Darnold and how much he loves him and how much he's helped him, but also said this, which I think I agree with.
And I just look, the Kubiak, I mean, they have the personnel dial, they have the shifts and motions dial, they have the quarterback seeing it, I would assume, exactly the way that the coordinator saw it. So it really is one of those perfect fit situations.
Perfect fit with Sam Darnold and Clint Kubiak. One of the reasons Sam Darnold's in the Super Bowl and Clint Kubiak may very well be the next coach of the Raiders by the end of this weekend. All right, we'll come back, Brock, for one last need to know for this week, and then we'll open up the phone lines, 866-979-3776, if you want to start thinking about what's on your mind, what you'd like to say. Yes?
I need to pause you real quick there, because people probably hear that and go, what? What do you mean? Because in college football, you can leave your team during the playoffs, like Lane Kiffin did. You said he'll be the coach of the Raiders by the end of the week. And not going to happen. Nothing formally either. They can't do any of that. So I get what you're saying. Schefter's reporting that he's a league candidate, yada. But I don't want to put a scare in.
Sorry. Yes, you're right. Thank you for jumping in there. I appreciate that. We'll be right back with everything you need to know. It's Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com.
Doubted.
More questions about Sam Darnold.
Underestimated.
I would say 10-7.
Questioned at every turn.
The question mark on this team is the offensive line.
Well, I think it was a swing and a miss week one.
They're trying to find exactly who they are and what they are.
We did not care. It's about us. It's always been about us and what we do. And now we're going to the Super Bowl.
The only place you'll hear Steve Rabel call the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60 is on the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Hey, Brock Heward here with my buddy, Dr. Daniel Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. The stem cell therapy you did on my knee was a game changer. But Dr. Dan, people ask me all the time if you're seeing the same kind of success treating neck and back pain with stem cell therapy.
Great question, Brock. As you know from your experience, we've had tremendous success treating major joints like hips, knees, and shoulders, but we've also seen excellent results treating neck and lower back pain. In fact, we're the only clinic in the Seattle area offering image-guided stem cell and PRP injection therapy specifically for neck and low back pain.
How cool is that? If joint, neck, or back pain is holding you back, call Dr. Daniel Nelson at Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine and find out if stem cell therapy may be right for you. Dr. Dan here is the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. Call Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD, at 425-823-4000 or visit danielnelsonmd.com. That's 425-823-4000 or danielnelsonmd.com.
Hi, this is Nancy Penrose, owner of Big Trees in Snohomish. Here at Big Trees, we are honored to have performed work for our local professional sports teams, local colleges, numerous commercial sites, and dozens of cities, including Seattle, Tacoma, and Bellevue. While we certainly serve homeowners, Big Trees helps business owners too. Reach out to the experts at bigtreesupply.com.
Join us at Dick's Sporting Goods at Tacoma Mall this weekend for a Nike football event. Check out the latest Seahawks gear and have the chance to meet former Seattle defensive end Cliff Averill on Saturday from 11:15 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. See store for details.
Our number one thing with them is always like, hey, welcome someone in and assure them that they're in the right place. We're going to take care of them.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Luxury has arrived. It's Mike Salk here, and the all-new Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel is now open, featuring a destination spa, the expanded non-smoking space, and breathtaking views of the Cascades. You can catch every game at Hawks Peak, over 66 televisions, plus that 2,000-seat entertainment venue and exciting new dining options. Effortless style, the utmost in relaxation. You can book now at snocasino.com. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
From 30 for 30 Podcasts.
Brian Pata, senior defensive lineman from Miami, gunned down.
The key to this case, it's Brian.
An hour before he died, he was on the phone arguing with somebody.
This might be a hit.
You want the truth. They just want a conviction.
Being placed under arrest.
We had a killer amongst us.
Murder at the U, coming soon.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Home of the NFC champion Seahawks.
We are going to the Super Bowl.
Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Do you like helping others? Become a Shiva volunteer. In Pierce County, join the hundreds of volunteers across Washington state who help over 90,000 people each year with their Medicare options and questions. You don't have to know Medicare. We'll teach you. And if you're bilingual, even better. For more information and how to apply, call Shiva at 1-800-562-6900 or go to insurance.wa.gov.
Sponsored by the Office of the Insurance Commissioner and aired by the Washington State Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Need to know.
15 minutes past every hour with Brock and Salk.
Here's what you need to know. Up first.
All right, Brock, how are we feeling about this injury report? Not a lot on there. Charles Cross, Eric Saubert, Amari Kite all sat out. But, I mean, other than the Kite
Ernest
one.
was limited.
Ernest was up to limited. So, how are you feeling just in general about the health of the team?
Oh, my gosh. So much better than a decade ago in this rematch with the Patriots. Way, 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 way better. And again, I think this extra time, when you just look at the total number of snaps and plays, and I know that New England will get their rest finally, but that was a brutal game and brutal conditions for them to play. It's been brutal all playoffs long. And obviously Drake May, I think, is going to be the single biggest talking point of anything when it comes to injuries, even bigger than, and I was seeing Sam Darnold video of him throwing yesterday at practice. I know somewhat limited capacity, whatever, but yeah, I think they'll be raring to go.
Yeah, I
9
tend
days from now in San
to agree with all that. Just so you can hear it, this was Drake May talking about throwing with the arm issue, the shoulder issue.
No, I don't think so. I think that's why you spend time. That's why you have trainers, and I think it's just been one of those things where it's a long season, and sometimes things show up, and do whatever I can to feel 100%, and I'm sure I'll get if not there as close as you can 99, or do whatever I can to make sure I'm throwing, and like I said, do whatever I can to help the team win.
Did you throw today?
Did I throw today? Yeah. I mean, we went through normal practice, so did some reps and did some things where I'm looking forward to trying to get some more reps here and there and feel it out.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. You're right.
Right?
Yeah. Did I throw today? I took some reps. We did some normal. Yeah.
Just kind of the way he answers it just sounds a little funky, but I don't hear him every day, so maybe that's just a weird cadence that he has, but it did just strike me as a little bit funky when I heard it.
Here's the second thing you need to know.
I mentioned this a few times, but just so everyone knows, because we get a lot of questions about it. Seahawks are going navy. Patriots are going white. The Patriots had the choice. They chose their white uniforms, and so the Seahawks are going navy on navy. For whatever reason, the league does not allow them to use throwbacks. I don't know why. Why do you think that would be a rule? Why can't you? What do they care?
Yeah, I don't know if they want that biggest stage to be reflected backwards versus what's going on in the here and now. I don't know. I'm sure they've got consultants, Salk, and they talk a lot about that.
I'm sure they do.
Decisions that go into that. There's probably some research on that.
McKinsey's stepped in and made a statement on this. Clint Kubiak may be on the move. We'll see. Tomorrow he interviews with the Raiders and the Cardinals. At least that's the expectation. Here's Adam Schefter with more.
Clint Kubiak, the Seahawks offensive coordinator. And I think there's a reason that we're now this far into the head coaching hiring cycle, and neither team, the Raiders nor the Cardinals, has hired a new head coach yet. Clearly, both are interested, highly interested, in the Seahawks offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak, who's getting ready for Super Bowl 60 against the New England Patriots. Clearly, he is in line to get one of these jobs. One of these teams looks like it's now going to be able to pluck him off the Seahawks staff, and the other team will make its own hire.
He's not going to the Cardinals. The idea that Clint Kubiak, who's already in this division, would look around and be like, hey, I'm going to go work for the Bidwells in the NFC West against these three head coaches with money already spent on Kyler Murray. It would be the dumbest decision of all time. Why would anybody take that job? Unless they were so desperate, it's the only job and offer they were ever going to get to be a head coach. I just don't buy it for a second. Raiders, maybe. This job, no chance.
Yeah, I think Raiders because of Spytek, and I saw somebody referencing that I think Gary Kubiak and Spytek spent some time in a previous organization together, and maybe you really, really respect him, and obviously Tom Brady's had a heavy, heavy hand in it. I know that he's been really involved in the interview process. Maybe you lean into that. It is kind of a bummer. I was hoping that the Brian Flores and the whole New England deal would kind of be resurfaced there in Vegas, and all the continuity you have this year could stick around, and Mike wouldn't have to have a third coordinator in 3 years offensively. But it's trending that way as Davis Webb takes himself out of it and likely will be the OC in Denver now.
Here's the third thing you need to know.
Yeah, a question says, why do the Patriots have first choice of jersey? They are technically the home team. It just goes back and forth by year. So they are the home team this year, so they got their first choice in jersey, I think locker room, and also practice facility. Just goes back and forth. No, nothing more than a 50-50 there. Mariners announcing their options for watching the team this year. If you're watching on cable, satellite, or streaming bundle like Fubo, everything is the same. You watch on that platform just like you did last year. It won't be called Root. It will just be called Mariners TV, but kind of the same deal, only there's nothing else on that channel. It just goes dark when there's not a game or a pre- and post-game show on. So that's pretty simple. In terms of what number channel, that will be revealed, just not out yet. If you are streaming the games, kind of like last year, similar, Mariners.tv. That's the app. You can go, if you're in Washington, Idaho, Oregon, Alaska, Montana, Hawaii, you just sign up at Mariners.tv starting February 10th. Prices are going to be basically $100 for the year or $20 per month. So you get a little break if you do it for the whole year. You get like $20 off. And that's it. Other than that, it should be pretty easy, and everything should look and feel the same, only you won't use the word root anymore.
And Goldie, and Brian Rowan Smith, and Angie, and Valley, and Buhner, and I mean, it's kind of the same crew, right? Running it back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should be awesome. And then
speaking of running it back or running it down, how about you got Melanson? 7 hits out of the team's 13 hits last night. So don't think I don't look at the box score now every single night and see what kind of damage that dude's
Like
doing.
I didn't send it to you yesterday with a little highlight of all of the hits that he had.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I might have. I just think it's amazing. The dude's averaging 5.1 hits per game, which leads the league for all players who played more than 5 games. I think it's awesome. I think that's just cool. For a team that doesn't hit anybody generally ever, for him to just come out there and say, hey, that's all you got to do is just hit people.
After a rough road trip, came home and really did take care of business.
Really good homestand, yeah.
Over the Leafs.
Very good. Yeah, nice win for them, 5-2 last night. A couple of goals for your guy, Brock, Shane Wright. So that was cool. All right, that's everything you need to know. 1/4 every hour here in the Brock and Salk Show. Quickly remind everybody, Washington's biggest night out for sports is almost here. 81st Annual Sports Star of the Year Awards, star-studded event bringing together the athletes and the icons behind our favorite teams and unforgettable moments. You can be a part of history. You can cast your vote for the men's and women's Sports Star of 2025, representing the best of Washington sports. You can also vote for Sports Story of the Year. Voting is open through February 14th. Go to seattlesports.org and make your voice heard.
Wonder who that would be. Who could that
Sports
be?
Sports Story of the Year, Sports Star of the Year?
Yeah, I wonder who that could
It's a tough one. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be hard.
Dump something, big
Yeah.
dump. So I don't know. Yeah, could go anyway. Yeah, no idea. I
Are we
hope Hillary
taking
Knight's
calls?
up for that one, though.
Are we taking
female.
calls 1 week from right now from Santa
No,
Clara?
I don't think
Probably
so.
not.
I think we have Chris Berman booked for 1 week from now. We're going to be talking to Boomer right before heading off to watch the Super Bowl. But no, we're going to take calls right now. So this, I don't know. It may end up being our last opportunity to take calls before the game. So 866-979-3776. Open line, so whatever's on your mind. And that always includes everything about why the Seahawks are here and what you think is going to happen next and all of the thoughts on Sam and the defense and, the Patriots and the matchup and 11 out of 11 ESPN personalities all picking the Seahawks to win. I mean, we can go in any direction you want there. 866-979-3776. And as always, whatever's on your mind. You want to talk Jacob Melanson? Obviously, I'm ready to go at any moment. You want to talk Mariners, who head to spring training in just 2 weeks, which is crazy to think about. There's a lot going on, and we're ready to talk about all of it. 866-979-3776. Your calls next on Brock and Salk.
He's the man on the call for Super Bowl 60.
Darnold taking a shot downfield for a touchdown.
Mike Tirico, exclusively with Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports.
This is your first. Oh, my gosh. Congrats.
It is a privilege. Only 12 other people have called the prior 59 Super Bowls. So to join that really elite fraternity is amazing. And still pinch myself. I still don't believe it's real. Maybe when I get on the air, maybe I'll realize then that it's real.
Listen to the full convo on the Seattle Sports app.
The Boat Show, the Boat Show, the Big Seattle Boat Show.
The Big Seattle Boat Show is happening now through February 7th. It's the best time to buy with big selection, big discounts, and big fun for everyone. It's a big deal. Presented by Sundance Yachts and Port of Seattle. Make it a date Friday evenings with Boat Show After Dark, featuring unforgettable ambiance, music, food, beer, and wine. Details and discount tickets at seattleboatshow.com.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included in every tire we sell. It's more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's all about you getting more from less. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Toyota of Kirkland is celebrating the new year with an inventory sale down on all remaining 2025 inventory. Start the new year with a new car at a great price at Toyota of Kirkland. 2025 RAV4s, Tacomas, Corollas, and more. Visit the incredible showroom and wonderful staff at Toyota of Kirkland to check out one of these 2025 models today. You can book a test drive and head home in that new car the very same day. It's an inventory sale down at Toyota of Kirkland. Visit them in person or shop online at toyotaofkirkland.com.
Don't miss the Daniel Jeremiah Show, presented by Marquee Data.
I think he's been awesome.
Tuesday mornings at 8:30 with Brock and Salk.
If this is where he is right now, he could win an MVP.
Only on Seattle Sports.
You know, this is one of those topics that no one really wants to think about, but if you're a parent, a homeowner, married, or helping take care of aging parents, it's something that honestly deserves a little attention. I'm talking about estate planning. And before you tune out thinking it's complicated or expensive, that's actually why I want to mention Trust and Will. Trust and Will makes estate planning feel way less intimidating than it sounds. They offer modern, attorney-designed wills and trusts that you can create online. And the process is surprisingly straightforward. In fact, you can create a will in as little as 30 minutes. That includes things like guardianship for your kids or pets, how your assets are distributed, and even healthcare directives. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your loved ones with Trust and Will, the most trusted name in online estate planning. Go to trustandwill.com/game to get 20% off. That's trustandwill.com/game for 20% off. trustandwill.com/GAME.
Celebrate your Seattle Mariners with a trip to Arizona this spring. Come to sunny and warm Peoria to see the AL West champions get started on another great season. It's family fun for fans of all ages. Book your trip today. Get tickets at PeoriaBaseball.com.
Join us at Dick's Sporting Goods at Tacoma Mall this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a Nike football event with a live DJ, fun photo ops, and more. Come check out the latest Seahawks gear at Dick's Sporting Goods this weekend and have the chance to meet former Seattle defensive end Cliff Averill on Saturday from 11:15 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. Wristbands will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis beginning 1 hour before the appearance. See store for details.
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Hi, Flo here to say that Progressive knows that life can change quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, like when I have to take my ex off my policy.
Oh, sorry. But yes, we can do that.
And can you send them a message and tell them that they have trust issues that they need to work on?
We don't really get in the middle of these conflicts.
Also, can you let them know that I was faking interest in his band and it's probably time to grow up?
I'm not going to do it. Just know that with Progressive, you can easily make changes to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Also, I'm staying in touch with his mom because she's absolutely lovely.
Bad idea.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder. Now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Google Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This hour is brought to you by Davis Law Group.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Brock and Salk.
Weekdays 6 to 10.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Fellow Friday, Football Friday. It's all powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. What?
Sorry about that. I just ran upstairs and Molly tackled me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I sent her the ratings yesterday, and I'm so proud of you, and she's all over me. I apologize. So I was a little late.
I hope you're okay.
Here. Yeah, barely.
Yeah, that might have been quite the ego stroke. So that sounds great for you. I wouldn't know what that's like, but it sounds really nice. 866-979-3776. Thankfully, Brock, I'm internally motivated, so it's not a problem. I don't rely on that external praise. I got internal motivation. It's all I need right here. Oh, man. Okay. Should we hear from the people and see what they want today? See what the people are up to? We'll start in Wenatchee with Blaine. Good morning, Blaine. What's up?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Hi. I just wanted to call in and get your thoughts on something. Wanted to see what you all thought about the comparison between the 2013 Seattle Super Bowl line and the current one. Thanks. I appreciate you.
Defensive line?
Yes, sir.
What do you think, though? Hold on, before you go, what do you think?
And Blaine, are you married?
Yes, sir, I am.
Would your wife
ever jump in your arms and tell you how much she loves you and how proud she is of you and affirm you?
Only if I cured cancer.
All right. So that sounds like a no. What do you think? Which D-line are you taking?
Currently, I really thought there was a lot of stars on the last one, but I think overall, I'm liking this one just a little bit better. I'm giving this one just a little bit of an edge.
I don't know, man. This one's hard for me, Brock. Do you include Chris Clemens in this? Because if
He
you're
said 13, he said 13,
if it's 13 and you're including Chris Clemens, I don't see how you can go against that one.
Michael Bennett, Cliff Averill, Red Bryant, Brandon Mebane,
Bruce Irvin. I don't know, man. That was really, really, really dumb. And then McDaniel and McDonald, like those guys are really good.
Was it McDonald or McClintock?
Clinton McDonald.
McDonald.
Yeah,
I think that's
and
right.
Tony McDaniel. I got it right.
Yeah, but then you got Byron and Leonard and Jaron.
This group is so good.
DeMarcus Lawrence and Boye.
It's the one position group where I think you could make a pretty compelling case for this group over that one. But I don't want to have this conversation yet. I know we did a little bit this week. If they win, we'll have the debate in a few weeks and forever and ever. But today, I'm just psyched about this group, and I really enjoy them.
Arms.
Yeah, let's just.
I'd love to see you just jump up into Byron's arms and he just hug you.
Yeah,
and Leonard's arms. Really.
I go Leonard
and envelop you.
I mean, with my
say,
ups, I want that 6'5". Let's see if I can really get up there. 866-979-3776. Vince is in Olympia. What's up, Vince? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Brock and Salk. Appreciate you taking my phone call. I got to be honest, I am absolutely ecstatic, elated, any other positive word beginning with E that you could use to describe my confidence level going into this game. You know, looking back at their last Super Bowl win and the opportunity to avenge their last Super Bowl loss. I mean, you can't write this stuff. I mean, they're going to make a movie off of this team if they go back and win this game. It's going to be truly, truly fantastic. And, you know, going into this, I'm not expecting a 43-8 blowout like we saw over the Denver Broncos. That would be unrealistic, even from the most optimistic Seahawks fan. But what I will say is I'm confident in the fact that they could beat this team only because of the fact that the two remaining teams that I was worried about most are out of the playoffs, and they're gone. And that was the Los Angeles Rams, who we beat. More on them in a minute. And then the Denver Broncos, who probably, with a healthy Bo Nix, make it past the New England Patriots.
Yeah. Well, I would include emotional, exuberant. There's a couple more E's for you there, Vince, with your feelings. And Salk's going to echo. That's another E. Yeah, effervescent. I think Vince, next week, Salk will echo a lot of your same sentiments from a confidence standpoint of this matchup. Because while the Rams were a really difficult matchup in a couple different spots, other than the interior defensive line and maybe the press corners, I don't see a lot of other really pressing. And more importantly, I see you imposing your will. I see that front we just talked about, having a way with a couple rookie linemen and a group and having a way with a young quarterback. I mean, Mike's record against young quarterbacks speaks for itself over the last couple years. It's very difficult, very demanding. And, yeah, I think this sets up pretty well that if the Seahawks play their game, they should win this game.
Sounds relatively easy, I would say. 866-979-3776. Zach's in DuPont. What's up, Zach? Good morning.
Howdy, guys. Can you guys hear me all right?
Sure can. I'm sad I'm not coming down to DuPont today. Usually I am on a Friday, but with the rain, I'm not playing the home course today. So
you don't want to be where I'm at. I'm at the warehouse today. I got to make it brief because I'm at work, but thanks for having me on your guys' show. Big fan. I just wanted to say I am super fired up for Sam because first half of the season, Sam's over here just absolutely stone cold killer. He's slinging it. Everyone's talking about him as a possible MVP discussion. Mid-season hiccup, and then suddenly the conversation just falls flat on its face, and suddenly he's a bum again. If I'm Sam, I'm feeling on top of the world because all the noise, gone. I mean, there's still the doubters out there, and it was valid, but, I mean, you can't help but be fired up for the guy. You know what I mean?
I think that's a good point. I'm trying to think, Zach, thank you for even calling at work. Now get back to work in that warehouse for crying out loud. Your employer, I don't want them pissed at us.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to think if there's any other Seahawk that could be more happy for. Is there another Seahawks story? Is there another Seahawks perseverance? I think I don't know.
I mean, Leonard Williams is going to be high on my list for that. So is DeMarcus Lawrence, Brock. Leonard Williams for being with both the Jets and the Giants. And I'm sure all the criticism you take in New York and was thinking about retirement and said, oh, this is a home and I love it. And now he's one of the best in the league and he's getting his due. DeMarcus Lawrence, not that you have to suffer through being in Dallas. There's a lot of positives to being there, but he seemed pretty unhappy with the way all of that was going. And he gets, released from that purgatory and comes here. Those would be two guys I'd be really happy for.
I think those would be, I think that's a fair conversation. I mean, John Schneider to have the trust put in him and to deliver and do something never done before and build two rosters. I mean, in his whole department, Nolan and Trent and all the rest of the guys there. But as far as on the field, and the quarterback takes a lot more of that heat and criticism. Whatever Leonard got there in New York, 10x, 100x for Sam Darnold. And DeMarcus was always thought of as a really good player and a dominant player and just bet on himself to get out of Dallas. And did you see the story about him getting a Rolex too from, who was it? Dez Bryant in their old text before the season. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's like, if we get to the Super Bowl, he's like, I'll buy you a Rolex.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
I hope Des follows through.
I would imagine he will.
Yes.
866-979-3776. Let me go to Auburn, talk to Chase. Good morning, Chase.
Hey, fellas. This is Chase in Auburn, formerly Chase in Tacoma.
Okay. Thanks for the clarification.
So I wanted to, of course. I wanted to talk about McDonald's stacking mindset, which I think is a pretty cool kind of psychological tactic. So to contrast it to what Pete would do, talking about it's not how you start, it's how you finish, which was really a strength early on, but became kind of a weakness later on. I think the stacking mindset kind of takes a more holistic view where you can take a look at the entirety of a game, the entirety of a practice. And I think we've seen some more well-rounded performances by the team this year. It also, it's on a vertical plane as opposed to horizontal one, so it kind of erases contextual stuff like bad practices or bad reps. And then you can also scale the stacking, like the blocks, a game versus a practice versus one singular rep. And I think it really has a lot to do with the success that this team has had.
I appreciate that, Chase. That's a really nice way of looking at it. And, I said that I got to talk to Leonard yesterday, Leonard Williams, and we ran out of time. But I did have one other thing I wanted to ask him, and it was, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk to another player and I can ask them the same question. And that was, of Mike's sayings, right? The stacking, the chasing edges, the 12 is one, all of the ones that we've talked about this year. Is there one that he really could, MOB, is there one that he just connected to the most? And I think you could probably make a case for any number of those. And I wonder if for different players, it's a different saying.
I would think the 12 is one because it's incorporated the 12s because they've come back to life. And it started on that Thursday night Rams game, and it continued through San Fran game and the LA game and all that conversation.
That mission over bull has got to be
that's a big one too. No,
pretty important to what they're doing, stacking reps, stacking everything. I don't know. You may be right.
I'll say this as well, so I'm going to take the conversation this way. Make it about me again.
Good.
When I was on the Eisen show, I probably shouldn't have brought up taking my shirt off. I think here's the thing, we're right. I was convicted about that.
Yeah.
That was probably unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I will tell you what Rich Eisen really loved, and it was something that you pointed out, and I think I even mentioned your name, Salk.
Thanks,
I
buddy.
mentioned your name multiple times
Appreciate that.
in my segment. I said, Salk and I were talking about the basketball hoop that was bolted into the stage. And what would they do with that? What would Mike McDonald do with that? It was such an emblem of Pete's culture of fun and competition, right? And what does he do? He puts basically kind of like a spear or a totem, whatever you want to do, stacking all those heads and helmets that they beheaded, one after another, after another, after another. And I think that honestly is so, again, to Chase's point about stacking, that is a picture for them every single day. And the meeting room's a sacred place. It's not a lot of times that you get together as a whole team, right? You break into position meetings, you got practice, but when you all come together to have kind of that focal point right there in front of them of all those teams that you've beheaded with their helmet up there, I think that's kind of a cool stacking picture as well.
I love it. 866-979-3776. Let me go to Kaiser in Cedar Woolley. Good morning, Kaiser.
How's it going, boys?
Great.
Firstly, I would just
Kaiser?
like to shout out.
Kaiser, are you married?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Unfortunately not. Working on it, but.
All right, good. All right.
Firstly, I would like to shout out the Marine Layer podcast. I absolutely love it.
Nice.
But I wanted to talk about how Mike McDonald is the perfect fit for this Seattle team. And I think he would be good anywhere. but I think Seattle was a perfect fit for him. Like, if he went to, like, the Giants, I don't know that he has the same success. Like, I think Seattle was the perfect fit for him, and I think we were the perfect fit for, like, both of us together.
How so? Take that one step further. If you talk about, because I don't disagree with it, we talk about that a lot with quarterbacks and systems and coordinators and environments. It's the people around you. Take that one step further with McDonald. Why Seattle in particular such a fit?
I think it's the mindset. Like, I don't know that the Giants or the Browns, that team, so it's that fan base, they don't have a killer mindset. Seattle, as fans, we've been dying to have this coach with the MOB mentality, the 12 is 1 mentality. Just, we're better than you. We're going to go prove it. We're the more physical team. And we're not, I love the fact that this team, Mike's talked about it a lot, that they're not like the in-your-face like Sherman. They're just going to punch you in the mouth, and they're going to show that we're the better team, and we don't have to be loud about it.
I'll add to that. I don't know whether the fan base and that stuff, the city. I mean, Cleveland fans, I think, would do quite a bit to have a team like this.
It amputate.
I mean, they're pretty invested in the success of that Browns franchise, and I do feel bad for them what they've suffered through over the years and decades. But I think the one way of many in which it was a good fit for Mike is that it was a talented team. He did not take over a bottom quarter of the league, needed a total rebuild, not a lot of talent around. And that's not to say he couldn't have had success rebuilding a team, but for a young, new head coach who, by his own admission, said that, he needed the buy-in from everybody with some different ideas than what had been here before, I think that it helped to have some players that were good right away and not have to suffer through a couple of years of ups and downs and more downs than ups. I think that did help him more than others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think the real fit, the real secret sauce, and when they win this thing, there'll be more written about it and more talked about it, and is with him and John.
Of course.
That's got to be right, no matter what organization you're in.
Well, let me go to Kirk on I-90 because that's what he wanted to talk about. So, Kirk, go ahead, jump in.
Hey, yeah, you guys jumped my story there. I think the success and what actually may be more longevity in this domination is the relationship between John and Mike. And I'll use two players as examples. Husky fans knew Byron Murphy way before he was drafted. We played him twice. And then in 2023, I was on a road trip, and I got to listen to Pat Kerwin and Jim Miller on Sirius XM and the Senior Bowl. And they dogged him. And, he's a physical freak, but they didn't see the effort. And last year, I think we were a little underwhelmed. And I don't think that he is who he is this year without Mike coaching him and John putting Big Cat next to him. I think that has allowed him to make one of the biggest jumps I've seen from rookie to sophomore year, especially in a defensive lineman. I mean, come on, it's huge. But the second person happened this last weekend, and to see Nick Emanwari get on Reek for something dumb, and then he held him accountable. And obviously, Emanwari's a freak too, but it's the character and it's that accountability. But then the next day, hey, we had our moment. We understand. Reek apologizes, and they're on to win the Super Bowl. And I think that combination of John putting the right people in the place, Mike coaching them in a specific way, it's a really good combination.
Yeah, really well said. Have you heard, Brock, Nick Emanwari's mom? This is pretty great. This is Nick Emanwari's mom, Justina, to ABC 25 in Columbia, South Carolina, I believe.
It was right before they played the Panthers.
Okay, so this is a few weeks ago, week 17. Remember, they flew out there to play the Panthers, and she's very confident in her son and the team.
I told God, as long as my son is in Seahawk, is in Washington, Seahawk will never lose a game, and they keep going. They will never lose because Nicholas is there. I will be there. They are going to Super Bowl. Seahawk is going to Super Bowl.
I love her. She's awesome. As long as Nick is here in Washington, they will never lose again.
Wow.
That's so sweet.
They haven't lost since.
No, they haven't.
Can't argue with her.
I mean, her son's pretty good.
And she calls him Nicholas. Don't you love that?
I do. Hey, by the way, nothing terribly Seahawks-centric in this breaking news from Adam Schefter, but how about the Vikings fire their GM today?
Mm-hmm.
They put him out yesterday. He has a press conference. I don't know if you saw that. Some of the sound
What's
was
his
going
name
around
again?
about it is Kwasi Adolfo.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And Kwesi. And yeah, he has a presser, talks about the process of letting Sam go, maybe things they learned, and then they fire him after allowing him to do a presser like that.
So lame. I hate when
Again,
teams
you
do
just
that
look
stuff.
at these organizations, ladies and gentlemen, and it should resonate.
right.
It should stand out about all of the
That
chaos.
stinks. That's just not
Yes.
the way to do business.
Nope.
By the way, a couple texts mentioning Ernest Jones as a player that you could be really happy for. Everything he went through with his dad and talking to the team about all of that. Ernest would definitely be on that list. Thanks for the text. That's a really good answer to that question. All right, a couple more calls, 866-979-3776. Aaron wants to talk about your love language, Brock. Go ahead, Aaron.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. So, yeah, 2 quick questions. Brock, you had to go there with the love language. So,
I did.
Your wife, no, that's okay. Yeah, we got to talk about it. Your wife knows your love language. You know hers. If she doesn't reciprocate in that manner, are you going to get mad? You get upset or like feel, like, oh, I deserve it.
Not anymore.
No, we talked through that, Aaron. I mean, we got 27 years of, connection to talk through that. So we try to talk through that.
Okay. Yes. All right. Well, I'm I
Are you married, Aaron? You're married. You sound like a married man. You married?
Yeah, I've been married 25 years, and if I get upset, if I, start, throwing my hands in the air like, well, I deserve it too. I deserve the praise.
That's
right. I'll probably get the same cold shoulder that might get.
No question.
Yeah, that's a
Anyway,
total
So, Aaron,
recipe
do you
for
think
Sorry,
your wife's listening right now? And when you come home today from work, she's going to run out the front door and jump in your arms and say, "I heard you on Brock and Salk. I love you."
Amazing! I don't think so. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I would be very surprised. All right, let's see. Let's do Dan in Missoula. What's up, Dan? What's going on in Montana this morning?
Let's go.
Wow, cloudy, about 35 degrees.
Okay.
But, hey, you guys need to know, you guys do the best show in America. I called to talk to you guys. It's my second time to call. I get Maura, and I get Lyle answering the phone. Can't ask for much more. The people you bring on, your other people from Mike Tirico, you guys get everyone. You do a great show. The other day on Mad Dog, what's his name, Jim or Tori was in covering for Mad Dog, and he brought you guys onto the show and talked about you.
Oh, wow.
He called it the Brock and Salk Show.
Nice.
That cracked me up.
Yeah, that sounds
That was
right.
great.
Yeah, Salt,
And
Salk, whatever.
you guys just do such a good show. I've met Brock before. I've seen you guys come over here. And last, Mike, I heard a guy scoff you on your show when you talked about that fella number. I can't remember his name right now. I'm kind of nervous.
Okay.
On the Kraken.
My guy, Jacob
12 and 2
Melanson?
with him.
Yes.
Yeah, they're 12-2 with him.
Thank you.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
I agree with you.
Well, Dan, I agree with
Darn it.
you. Dan, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's have Dan call every week and affirm us,
You know
Brock,
what
since our
that-
wives
you know what
don't.
that was? That was love language of words of affirmation.
No kidding,
right
yeah.
there.
Since our
Danny.
wives have no interest in doing that for us, maybe we could just call Dan and have him come on once a
Maura,
week.
get his
and
number,
tell-
please. Get
we'll
his
call him
number, Maura.
back and give him the hotline number so we can get through every time. More Dan, please. Keep our fragile egos where they're
Dan
at,
the
Brock.
man. Dan the man.
That was very, very nice. All right, do you
sweet.
want one more? Last one?
Sure, sneak one last one.
All right, let's do Brian in Renton. He gets the last word. Good morning, Brian.
What's up, B?
Hey, good morning, guys. I am channeling my inner Brock, standing shirtless in front of the mirror right now, so I feel pretty good. Hey, so I saw on CBS Sports this morning that of the 17 regular season games that the Patriots played, 14 teams had either the head coach fired or both the DC and OC fired.
Yeah.
So when I look at this matchup going into the Super Bowl, it is really heavy Seahawks for me.
Yeah, they have not played much of a schedule this year. That being said, most of the league has either had a head coach or an OC fired at some point this year.
True. That will be a narrative. That will be a common
Yeah.
narrative. I don't know how much I buy that because you know what they had to face? They had to face Herbert and
Mm-hmm.
Harbaugh. Although a beaten-up team and take care of business there, they had to face a Houston defense that was as good as anybody, save for maybe the Seahawks, and they beat them. And then they had to go to Denver, albeit against a backup QB, but down and respond. Like, they're a tough team, man.
They are.
Their head coach is a tough guy.
Absolutely.
They are a tough team, and it will be a tough matchup. But the Seahawks are equipped to handle it. And we're equipped to get our butts down to San Antonio.
Darn right. All right. Huge weekend. The last, this is it, man. This is like a weird no football weekend where you can just sit back, relax, enjoy, and then get ready for next week, which is going to be super week. We'll be down there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, bringing you all the action from San Francisco. Everyone, all the shows, everyone's there. Can't wait. Bump and Stacy will be up next. Stick around and hear them. On Monday, Leonard Williams and Jeff Saturday. Looking forward to that. And until then, Brock, you know where the hay is?
Who it is in the Super Bowl bar.
Sure is. See you, everybody.
Get to the chopper!
Seahawks general manager John Schneider.
The NFL Executive of the Year. You bring in NFL royalty.
Office reeks of rich mahogany. Many leather-bound books.
Exclusively with Wyman and Bob on Seattle Sports.
I think it's the ultimate organizational award because of everything that goes into all the decisions that we're making, throughout the acquisition process every single year, and that's the guts of the organization that help us.
Watch the full interview on the Seattle Sports YouTube channel.
We've all been there, sleepless nights, wondering if your business's security service is really protecting what matters. At Bay Alarm, we can put your security insecurities to bed. Our advanced technology and personalized support ensure you can rest easy knowing we're here for you. BayAlarm.com.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Gear up for the big game at Simply Seattle. Shop official Seahawks playoffs gear and custom Simply original designs. Shop in-store or online and enter to win a $1,000 shopping spree now at simplyseattle.com.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY, and I want to talk to you about football. It's exciting when Seattle fans shake the earth. You can even feel that energy on your 100-inch variable refresh QLED surround sound 7.1. At 1-800-DUI-AWAY, we know that enjoying the game often involves alcohol. And the police know it too. Have fun, be responsible on game day, and pace yourself. If you feel sacked in the fourth quarter, get a designated driver to